Okay, there we go. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Once again, me and Will Lyons bring you Generations of the Game podcast. And of course, as you heard me just mention, my co-pilot with me, introduce yourself as always.
What's going on, world? It's your man Will Lyons from the Den, back in 2026. Almost said the wrong year.
Yeah, man, I almost said the wrong year. I started to say the wrong year too, but it is 2026, man. Time is flying. And tonight, it's usually a sports show, but tonight we're going to be talking about some hip hop tonight, and we got a very very special show for you, and we definitely got the right hip hop heads up in here tonight. So of course, we know the playoffs are going on.
Yes,
Miami,
sir.
Mississippi. The big trade went on. Trey Young to Washington from Atlanta. It's a lot going on in sports. Harbaugh got fired the other day, but me and Will do that on Sunday. Tonight's about hip hop tonight. Anyway, Will, let's get it cracking.
Yes, sir. All right, man. You wanna introduce the OGs?
Yes, we could introduce the OGs.
Let's get it. All right, you
All
tell me who
right.
you want first, and I'll bring them up, bro.
Okay, it's always ladies first. You know that every time we have a woman guest in here, it's always ladies first. So you could bring her up.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey
Welcome. Introduce
everybody, peace,
yourself.
peace, peace.
Tell you who you are.
My name is Simone Arabia. I am a Queens-born, Manhattan-raised, New York City native. I currently live in the state of Maryland, but it's New York all day over here. New York all day over here. And I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. Let's get to it.
Hey, let's
Thank
keep
you.
that
Thank you.
northeast, to Maryland pipeline going. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
Definitely. Also, we got another member. I want you to bring up, this man right here can find a rapper anywhere in the world. Yo, I'm serious. He could find a gnat that could probably rap on a horse's ass. Seriously. I'll be there literally. Seriously. Nah, but I got to bring up my boy, Wiki Ian. You got to bring up Ian now.
Peace,
Wiki
peace.
Ian, welcome,
How y'all
brother. Good to
doing?
meet you.
What's up, bruh? What's going on? I ain't seen
I'm
you since
good.
this
I'm
summer.
good. Yeah,
That's
man.
good. That's good. And finally, got to bring up my brother, one of my best friends in the world, one of my three best friends in the world. I've been knowing him for over 30 years. Me and him had some very heated hip hop debates. My boy, Kev C. Nice.
Yo, what's going on, fam?
Hey,
What's
hey.
up? What's up, good brother?
How we doing? Hey, yo, Jay,
Do-
to you and Will, thanks for finally having me on. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah.
Simone, pleasure to finally meet you. Kind of sort of.
Yes.
She probably don't remember this. A few years back, she blazed a track with me and my man Willie O. She murdered this shit. She closed it down. This joint called E5 Worldwide. Exit 5 certified,
Oh
baby.
yes.
That's all day. You got that all day. Dirty Jerks.
So now I have a face. Look at that.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yes. Hip hop connections all over the place.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Indeed.
indeed, definitely. All right, Will, bring up, person, he's been a special guest on our show
Hey,
lots of
yeah.
times already, but basketball and everything. And man, one of the best in the business. Bring him up.
Oh yeah, at this point, man, we switching over a little bit to the youth movement, bringing up my
Yeah.
boy Nick Andre, prolific writer on anything hoops. Also a huge music fan. Me and Nick talk rap all day long, down to the petty dipset back and forth, about who got heat and who does not. So welcome, brother,
Man, appreciate you reading me on, man. It's funny. Will like me and you, we both cover hoops, but we talk about hip hop just as much as we talk
all
like hoops,
day.
honestly. So this is honestly like you know a long time coming right here with this. So I'm glad to be on.
Hell yeah. Then the next guest we got, man, a good brother. Social media, it has definitely its downsides to it, but it's also a connector. You meet people you may have never met. And this gentleman, man, he came onto my timeline honestly talking about music, and we've been talking about music ever since. He's a major hip hop head, like going back. Like I think some of the OGs might be surprised, some of the knowledge he has. But he also is a dope rapper himself. My brother Jay in '88 repping, if I'm not mistaken, Delaware.
All right.
Mm.
What's up,
All right.
y'all?
Delaware in the house.
What's up?
Okay.
Appreciate
Yes,
y'all
sir.
having me. Delaware by way of Queens, so
Oh,
ready to
okay.
talk hip
Good.
hop.
Uh
Yeah,
oh. Uh
Queens get
oh.
the money. Queens get the
yes,
money.
Yes,
sir.
Queens get the
sir.
You already
money.
know. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, Will, you picked the topic.
All right. So what we're gonna do is just kind of ease into the conversation because I feel like this is really about to be super dope. So 2025, I think we all can agree was like a really, really strong year for the rap and hip hop scene. So we're gonna start, of course, as JP always says, ladies first. I'll let you finish your sip, but
I'm gonna be
you
sipping
know,
the whole time. Okay.
oh, do your thing, do your thing. Just your overall feelings on last year and what it brought, to rap slash hip hop.
Oh man, 2025 was definitely the year for hip hop, which is ironic in my opinion, since the whole Billboard no hip hop is on the top 40 and all of that other stuff. But it was a fantastic year for hip hop. Um, like
Indeed.
mainstream all the way down to the underground. And I love what Smino said when he was just like, hip hop is going back where it belongs, which is to the underground. Um, I every year I say I'm going to keep up with the releases, and then I'm going to sit down at the end of the year and I'm going to do my 2025 wrap up. And I didn't do that until JP hit me and I was like, "Oh, so now I have to go through everything that I listened to and then I have to be pissed about everything that I missed for 2025." Um but man, it was a good year. Like the year of the wine that I'm drinking right now is not a good year, but it was so dope. I was introduced to so many dope people, whether or not they drop projects or whatever. But I discovered quite a few. I can't say new rappers, but they were new to me. I'm a woman of a certain age. Thank you very much, Gen X in the house. Um, and I was just constantly excited every single time. Every week, I was just excited about the drops. I was excited to see the freestyles. I was excited. I don't do rap beef, but even with the little bit of rap beef that was going on, it was such a perfect year for hip hop. And I don't know if we've had such a stacked year like this, and for it to be as good. From the Legends Has It to just so many things, and I know we're going to get into it, so I don't want to monopolize the conversation. So all in all, this year was fantastic for me. My heart beats hip hop. Like I say all the time, hip hop has saved me from myself over and over and over again throughout my life. And this year was no exception because I'm telling you, when I tell you I was scratching and surviving good times for my life this year, at best, the only thing that I could do was go to work, go to the gym, talk to my therapist, and listen to music. And without the music that was so dope this year, I probably would have had a crappy year. So it 2025 is dope,
Mm.
dope.
That's real.
Facts.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that any better.
Let's go to Brother Ian real quick, brother. What do you feel about it? Because I know he has limited time, so I just want to get his take.
Yeah. I gotta say, each year for me always feels like the year of the independence shining. And once again, 2025 definitely continued to do that. There's so many creative artists out there that are finding their lanes and taking forth and utilizing what this technology has presented to us without worrying about mainstream without worrying about these major labels, and they're shining, and the fans are directly giving them that feedback, and that's been like one of the best things I've seen going on. And also with just having the older artists that we grew up on shining this year, last year as well, which was amazing. And you got to give Nas and the whole Mass Appeal big props for that the whole rollout that they did.
Mm,
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed.
definitely. Let's go to of course, my brother Senior Estes. What's your take, good brother?
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? What's been said so far about this. As far as 2025 go, in my own opinion, I think it's the whole. I don't think I've ever seen a year to where old school and new school came this hard within 1 year. You know what I'm saying? When I always flash back, you know what I mean? I'm a straight old head. So I'm always going back to like, the mega years, of course, 88, got 91, 92, 96, might throw 95 in there. Of course, big in
90,
94.
94, 94.
94, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia half. You know what I mean? Oh, no, Philadelphia half 96. But it's the whole thing is I've never seen it to where all of a sudden this much of a resurgence of old heads. The young boys that's been coming out blazing across the board, they're still blazing. They keep on blazing. I just never seen to where one conglomerate within one single calendar year the way it went down this year. Yo, that's crazy. It's been bonkers this year. And in all honesty, good brother that just spoke informed me, I'm so sorry, your name again. Ian. My bad, Ian. One point you made that I think is mega, I think is crazy about the technology and all that. I think in a weird way, a big part of it we can give thanks to was the pandemic.
Yes.
Because during the pandemic, everybody had to get that much more creative as far as getting, you know what I'm saying, the art and the culture out there. What's the DJ's name that was doing all the verses? That was
D-Nice.
D-Nice.
Mm-hmm.
When D-Nice set that off, and like, the verses went ahead and had everybody going into their whole entire, okay, we got to go ahead and like come up creatively where it's not even, together right here and there. And I think from that, it kind of spawned something else within everybody, especially older heads. And look got birthed. 2025 is special. Can't even lie. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's fact. And shout out to D-Nice because he definitely, like, now I feel like I'm constantly getting recommendations on my YouTube of like people mixing, with the camera on them so you can see the mixes and how they blend the tracks together and all of that. It's some good, some good times to pass, help you pass the time at work too. But definitely shout out to D-Nice and his track, man. That's some real old school hip hop feel right there. Call me D-Nice.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go to my bro down there, Nick.
Yeah.
Man, I really think this past year, 2025, it really brought back like the essence of hip hop, like from a competitive standpoint, not even just like lyrically, but just like the storytelling and just the songwriting in itself. Like, I mean, I'm a writer, Will, you know that. So I'm always looking at as far as like creativity, like, can you write a song? Can you write a 16? Can you write a hook? Can you even do a bridge, honestly? So I look at it from that perspective, and it really shows your creativity as an all-around artist. So I think that we saw that from, a lot of artists this year. And then I love the balance as well. I mean, we talked about, what Nas was doing in Massive Hill, whether it's like Ghostface Killer dropping an album, De La Soul. We even had a Mobb Deep album, Rest in Peace Prodigy, and even to the new generation too. Like, we saw like the run. I mean, me and you, Will, we're big Griselda fans. We saw the run that Westside Gunn had this past year. Like, I know that Westside Gunn isn't necessarily like a young rapper, but I mean, he's still pretty more recent, probably over the last like decade or so. But I just love the balance that I think that we saw, and I think that this past year, 2025, I think that we really went back to like the real essence of hip hop from a competitive standpoint.
Hell yeah, I agree. Jay, brother, definitely not last as far as relevance, brother, but we chomping at the bit to hear your take on 2025. Because listen, I seen you inciting chaos, brother, on the timeline, so I was waiting on this one.
Yeah, in totality, 2025 was dope. I do like what Nas did with Mass Appeal, and I hope it's not just like a one-time thing. Definitely hope other old school artists go under that umbrella and release something. I know Method Man and Havoc, still waiting to hear that. Um,
Yeah.
who else? Some other
Yeah,
old school
we've been waiting
artists,
on that
Cool
for
G
like
Rap.
5 years, haven't we?
Yeah, facts, facts. So
Yeah.
like Method Man, Cool G Rap. Hopefully they do something for 2026. But 2025 is dope. Blend of old, new. The Mob Deep project was exceptional. Definitely one of my top three of the year. So definitely want to hear more for sure.
Yeah.
Facts. And real quick, I actually, since technology came up, man, I never thought that there would be something to make me be a fan of integrating artificial intelligence into music, because I just feel like, the lazy way is take your lyrics and put it over somebody famous's voice, or try to have it write a song for you, and I think that's whack. But the way that Havoc was able to bring back the essence of Prodigy, bro,
Yes, sir.
that
And it
that
sounds
was like,
fresh too. That's the
Yes,
crazy
yeah,
part.
bro. I
sir.
And
almost feel like I could
Yeah.
see the nigga in my
man,
car, bro, and I'm listening
man,
to it. Like,
we
it's
can spend the
crazy.
whole time talking
Like it
about
took me right
Infamous
back to
album.
Infamous, dog. I felt like I was riding around with dark limo, double limo tent, with my lights banging off of my amplifier with my 15 crunches, and me getting stuck somewhere with my what's the name running out, not my battery, but the alternator, because my dumb ass just be banging my shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how it took me
Fact.
back
I was
to.
there for some of this stuff. True
Yes,
story.
sir. Yes, sir.
I,
Hell yeah.
I'm
See,
gonna.
that's what we need, the picture painted, you know what I mean, from the eras.
Yeah.
I'm Yo. I'm gonna say this, man. Like 2025 felt like the way I used to go to the record store back in the 80s and the early 90s. Every week, somebody was dropping some heat. And I'm like, man, who's dropping this? Who's dropping next? I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And it was some much quality albums that came out. And you know what? For years, I have been fighting this for years. Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. I used to, everyone knows Carrots won
Man, I
for
still go back
years,
and forth
for
about that man.
decades, has been the one.
Welcome to the
But
dark side, bro.
We
I
in eight
gotta
mile. We in
give,
8 Mile. We have a new champion. We have a new champion.
yo, I gotta give it. Look, Nas has been putting out consistent albums for over 30 some years. And you know what's crazy? What makes me mad is, yo, Ian, you should have been an A&R back then, because I want to know who the A&Rs was gotta watch my mouth from over here at the crib. But anyway, I want to know who the A&R is who been fucking up these albums of his, because Deja Vu, I said, cab that joint. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, and this is supposed to be on the thing, Illmatic. I'm like, they didn't put this song on Illmatic. And Kev, you've been saying this for 30 years. And quote you, nobody paints a picture the way Nas does.
Straight
Yo,
lace.
one of the
Straight,
greatest
straight
creatives
lace.
Nobody,
ever, man.
Straight lace, dog.
nobody
His
ever.
creativity
And
is like none other on music, bro.
it's like no other,
From day
and
one.
you
From
look,
day one.
And
I've
he's
always
50
said the
plus
top,
still putting belt to ass. Like
yeah,
he
Yeah.
did not rap on any of the Legends Has It projects like he was lazy.
Mm.
What
Yeah.
he did on Big L's album, that
I
verse,
forgot
oh
about
my
that.
God.
I forgot
I
about that.
The
grip
Yeah, he
monster
the
that lives
snapped. He
steering
under your
snapped.
wheel
bed.
with my left, and I
Mm.
am ravaging through the very safe streets of Maryland. But belt to ass every time. It makes no sense that he's still as creative.
And
He's still
competitive.
as inspired. He
Yes.
still can paint a picture like Bob
Yes.
Ross. Like, you know how when Bob Ross started a painting, you would be like, there's no way that this is going to be something. And then you see
Mm.
hills and this and that and the third. Like, it literally makes no sense for people to be like, Nas is okay. Like, when people say that, I cut left. Like, I can't take you seriously. Like, if even if you don't like his music, like, for you
Mhm.
to suggest that Nas is, when it comes to rapping, I absolutely do not take you seriously. I
There you go.
personally think
There
that
you
I
you
don't
need
go.
think
to
he's
stop
serious if you don't like his
talking.
music.
And I wish someone would take your thumbs. I don't necessarily want people to die, because I don't want that type of karma. But you
Damn.
don't need thumbs to say stuff like that on the internet, and that'll be it for me about Nas, because we could talk about him all day.
That's fact.
Indeed.
Real quick, I do
And,
want to cut to Jay because I could tell by his face he might have an interesting counter.
Oh, be
Oh,
careful,
uh-oh,
Jay.
Nas.
Be
uh-oh.
Oh,
careful. Oh God.
and Nas.
Now
Please don't
He's
listen,
say
in my.
nothing.
listen.
All right.
He got facts
So
for whatever he gonna say.
so before he did the King's Disease trilogy,
Oh yeah,
he
that
was
Kanye album was terrible. It was terrible. That
yeah
Kanye
the
album.
one he did with Kanye West.
Mhm.
After when he did that, I was like, all right, man, like he might need to like chill. But the stuff he did with Hit Boy, I'm like, all right, cool. But
Hit
before
boy,
that,
yeah.
That
it
resurgence.
was looking kind of shaky. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was
Without
just like
question. Agreed.
it was written Illmatic, Godson, Stillmatic, and maybe the Lost Tapes. But
Mhm.
Oh, the
before
lost
that,
tape
there
was
was
Love
like,
take that
ridiculous.
shit.
I did fuck with Life is Good though.
Life is Good is really
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
oh
Life is
yeah,
Oh,
Good
yeah,
was
you
a
don't
yeah.
good
like
album.
you don't like what's it
yeah.
called? Streets Disciple. You ain't like that one?
I ain't like
That
that
was
one too
I
much.
thought it was good. I like
So
Streets Disciple.
I will counter. I'm a huge Nas fan, but I would say Streets Disciple. So I'm a listen. I have a personal problem, and it's not just a Nas thing. I go back to Pac and some of the other greats. Listen, I do understand that making it big allows you some wiggle room in what you want to do with your projects. But listen, everybody homeboy don't need to get on the mic, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Like everybody, all the outlaws didn't need to be rapping. Like
Junior
like just
Mafia.
being honest.
Oh, definitely Junior Mafia.
No,
No, nobody from Junior Mafia.
And also, just real quick,
No.
just real quick. I might be alone when I say this when it comes to Nas, but I actually don't hate Nostradamus. I actually don't hate it. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's like his top 5 or like whatever
No,
album, but
but I don't
I
hate
don't
it.
hate
It
it.
wasn't trash.
I like
Nah,
I'm with you.
Untitled, bro. Like yeah, I like a lot of it. Now the Kanye project, to me, my issue with that is it almost sounded like they didn't create it together. It was like
And
Kanye
that's
just
what
made
Nas
some
said though.
beats,
He said
and
that he
then
was
yeah,
busy.
Mm.
so
And
it was
he,
like
Nas, he don't like to say nothing bad. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So when people really asked him, especially when he was on the Hit Boy wave type thing, they was like, "So like, yeah, dog, what happened?" And he
yeah,
was like, "Well, we was in where was they at? Vermont or Arizona, wherever they was
Wyoming.
at.
I was
Wyoming.
I thought
There
I
you
Wyoming.
thought
go.
I heard
One of
something
Wyoming.
them,
like I thought I heard
them
something like he was recording some of them songs like in the back of a car or something like that.
It,
Crazy.
bro, it sounded like it.
It does. I
right,
thought I heard
Sound
something
but
like
like that.
it.
and I'm not saying it's his best written work, but written wise, he still wasn't whack though.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh no, the pen is always lethal, and that's for
Right,
sure.
right.
Mm-mm. He
So
was
I just wanted to make sure that we was all on the same accord with that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, Jay, and I'm trying to stay there with the Queens get the money type thing. So I was like, before I get mad at this man who's from Queens and he's about to say something really bad about Nas, but I understand because the same people with Jay Z people, they be like, oh, you can't say nothing bad about Jay Z. Listen, Jay Z has put out some not so great things either. So I will definitely say that. And even just kind of jumping back to Mob Deep, like I was one of those people that I had to sit there and take the beating when Prodigy was going through his thing and was just not at the top of his game, and I had to sit here and take my lumps because if you don't
Yeah,
know me, you will know me by now that my hashtag is Mob Girl for Life. It has been that for the
Mm-hmm.
past 20 years.
yeah. Prodigy's
Uh,
my favorite MC.
He's one of the
okay, so we
greatest,
back in
man.
good
Yeah.
graces. All right, cool.
he's
We
but
cool. Okay.
I tell you what about this Nas though. But this Nas album was dope. But the Booty to the ladies, that was
No, that
that
was
was that
fire.
was that
He
was
named
fire.
damn near
But
every female rapper, which is
That was
yeah,
like
crazy.
hard for him to do.
man,
Bro,
he
That
you
didn't
know,
came a
name one.
long way.
He didn't
That
name
came
one.
a
He should have named Simone. She's the biggest
He
one of
don't
the
know
biggest
me.
Nas fans I know.
But he don't know me, and I ain't. What I'm saying? It's all right. I
JB, I'm
met
Yeah.
not
him in
gonna
the
lie, bro. I
'90s.
thought you was gonna say something crazy, bro. But I
Nah.
respect what you
Nah,
said.
nah, 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 nah. Simone
Like,
can
he
she can
left
she
off.
can she can spit.
I
But
appreciate
Man,
that.
but
Smoke show,
the
smoke
other
show, boy.
the other one that really Nas actually made me cry. And that was the Young King's joint. Because I just have a brand new nephew. He's 18 months old. And when I was listening to the song, I mean, one day I was at work listening to it. I had to, man, I was like, yo, let me turn this off
Go
real
get your
quick. I'm
toy.
about to actually break down. because it made me think about my nephew and stuff, and maybe some things that I would say to him where he can get when he's older, and
True.
it was to me, it was an emotional song, especially
Man,
with something like that. Not Nas, man, Nas can make you a song, man. That's like, wow, like this is
bro, the fact that he
like
had
this,
daughters and
like
circle back with
the
this.
daughters. I know you felt
Daughters,
about that. That's
daughters
how I
is
feel about my
amazing,
nieces
bro.
Yeah,
too. Like
daughters
daughters.
had me, bro, when my
Daughters is
first one came.
amazing, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's go on. Let's
Oh,
let's
hold on, hold
go
on,
on to
hold
my
on, hold on, bro. I ain't get mine, man.
oh, I forgot, brother.
Damn.
I forgot.
Wow.
Damn, you gonna skip the other
I
host?
ain't gonna
Damn.
skip you with it.
Disrespect
Come
is
on,
thick.
brother.
Damn.
The
Listen,
disrespect is
I
thick, yo.
forgot for a
listen,
minute, good
it
brother.
gets
I'm
like that
so
though. We
sorry.
talked about Nas for 45 minutes, so it can be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hey,
Even
yeah.
hell, we can talk about Nas all day. Be real.
yeah. Nah, I'll keep it brief though, so we can move on. But 2025, like everybody said, was dope, man. It kind of gave me a chance to get into artists that maybe I didn't get into as much. Just from when I came up, I'll give you one in particular, De La Soul, because at my
Oh,
age,
wow.
a lot of what we consume, more recently was either downloading for your MP3 player or now streaming, and their stuff wasn't available on streaming
It
for
wasn't.
years.
Yeah.
So the fact that their music came back and then they
Yeah.
dropped this fire ass album, I was able to, really gain an appreciation for De La, and
Indeed.
you know, RIP, True Goy, you know what I'm saying? But oh, you see, that's real shit right there. Hell yeah. Wiki Ian. Uh-huh.
Mm,
And then
mm,
the other thing, man, that I could appreciate was the production, man, the quality of production. The whole year,
mhm.
Alchemist was killing shit. Preem did his thing. A lot, just so many producers, man. If we want to technically grandfather in Kendrick's album, Soundwave was going crazy. And I also feel like we got back to a more regional sound. A lot of New York artists want to sound like they from Atlanta, and that's a thing of its own. But it was just dope, man. And then I feel like lesser appreciated artists, Nick, me and you talk about East all the time. Dave East had
Mm-hmm.
a good project. I feel like he's finally kind of staying in his sound instead of trying to
Yeah.
rap like Gunna,
I'm sorry, you said
Trying
Dave
to rap like
East?
Gunna.
yeah.
Okay, we'll circle back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Just for
Uh-oh.
just for some
Okay.
hey,
Oh,
I feel like that's gonna
I
get
need
his
to hear
attention.
this.
Listen,
No. I've been a big Dave East fan for a long time. I haven't listened to the new project because I have felt like Dave East just was like rapping the
hmm
same, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I'm saying circle back because I want to know your like
Oh yeah,
collectively because I
for
didn't
sure.
hear it. I just was like, yeah,
So what I say is I feel like he found a sound initially coming onto the scene, and he slowly got away from the sound, and now I feel like
agree.
he's back, in that sound and kind of sticking
Okay,
to his elements. So I think you'll like it.
say less. I'm gonna listen to it as
Right.
soon as
Yeah,
we stop
I think
tonight.
the
I'm
thing
gonna listen
about
to it
East is
tomorrow.
that like I don't know. I think it took him a while. I think it took people a while to really get used to him now, is because he changed his entire style from when he first came out. Like his flow is a lot different, and I think he
Hmm.
ended up changing. And I think it kind of caught a lot of people off guard. But I do think lyrically, this Karma 4 project is probably one of his best that he's put out probably in the
hmm
last like probably 5 6 years or so. I'll say.
Yeah.
When he
Mm.
had his dad talking on the intros and shit,
Mm-hmm.
he normally in his bag. Um, And then the other thing, man, like we talked about, like AI, embodying Prodigy, and also, it wasn't a full project, but seeing that now, apparently, Beanie Siegel used it, on a verse that he
That's what I
had.
love.
Being
Mhm.
from New Jersey, South Jersey, I'm a huge, Siegel fan, State Prop, all of that. So that was like really refreshing to see. Because talking about Dave East, him being on a song with East, him being on a song with Conway, like the pen is still there, but it's like, damn, I got to put my speakers on 200 to hear them.
Mm.
That's
So
real. Yeah.
now being able to feel like that old feeling of hearing Beans again, it was cool, man. He and Jada apparently working on something, and then
Ooh.
the DOC
Jada
song.
always say he working on something and take
Yeah,
forever to
that shit
drop.
Yeah,
ain't coming out. That's not coming out.
Say Jada take
listen,
forever to drop, man.
listen, man. The nigga selling coffee. The nigga grew his
Right.
hair. Two things I never
He got
thought
the
I'd see. So
podcast
I'm
with Fat
keeping hope
Joe.
alive. I'm keeping hope alive, man.
He said he
Um,
grew his hair and he's selling coffee. That's
Two
hilarious.
things I never thought I'd see from Jadakiss.
I have I think I ran out of it, but I bought his coffee. I bought Ghostface coffee as well too.
What you think, real quick? Not to
What's
get off
better?
topic.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So the Ghostface coffee for me, because I'm not really a coffee drinker. I'm back on the mushroom coffee. So I'm a lightweight, but that Ghostface coffee had your girl bouncing off the walls. I was cleaning shit, like you know what I'm saying. Like it was super strong.
Oh, so he's still
I
selling
think,
coke. All right.
Uh-huh.
That shit was like his flow.
Yeah.
I felt like, putting on a robe and putting the I know it's an eagle, but I call it a falcon. I always be like, yeah, I'm gonna put the falcon on every time I drink that. But I feel like Jada's coffee was probably more palatable
Okay.
and easier for people who are not necessarily coffee drinkers. But it did not matter how much creamer I put in that Ghostface coffee. I was like, I feel like I'm chewing coffee grounds. This is
That's
I could
crazy.
you
Wow.
couldn't cut it. You can't
That's
step on
crazy.
that coffee. You feel me? You can't step on it. Like you can't cut it. There's nothing. It's raw. Like yeah. So if you like that sort of thing, order it. It's strong.
Okay. Keep that
Yeah.
in mind. I don't drink coffee, but my wife
Yeah,
does, so
me
I
neither.
always try to keep an eye out and an ear out for the coffees of the world.
Mhm.
All right, JP. I think 2025. As far as like the general conversation is rap, brother. So where you want to jump to next?
Do we want to do album of the year?
All right.
Mm.
So here's what we'll do, because I feel like
That's
that's
tough.
impossible. So if
Give
you
it your
can
top three.
narrow it
Give us your top
down,
three.
I'm
yeah.
in
Yeah, I
agreement
got
with that.
some.
I'm
I'll
stressed.
be
Top
right
I'm
three.
back.
ready.
Top three. Let's go with Ian first. Ian, your top three, bruh.
Look, I stopped doing top whatever a long time ago. That
All right. Let's go with
rattled my
favorite.
brain.
Favorite
So,
three.
but
Favorite. You're
man,
right. You're right. That
but I'll
top
be
three.
honest with you. This daylight right here, this was an amazing project, and
Yes, it was.
I'm probably if I was about in my 20s, I wouldn't have been crying off that intro.
Bruh. Bruh.
That right there to
I put
start it
my
off.
phone down. I had to
Bro,
take a
that was
lap.
amazing, bro.
I had to take a lap.
That was a
Yeah,
moment.
That
It
was
was too much. It was too
it was
much. I couldn't
real.
go right
yeah,
into the
that
first
was
song.
real.
I could not. It was too much.
And that tells you how big of a deal they are too, man. They got Giancarlo just to do an intro. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Mr.
Yeah,
Yo,
Esposito himself. The
yo, you know
Esposito.
what? It's funny because a couple weeks ago I hit up Russ and I was like, cause me and him went to the joint like this is like about what 14, 15 years ago. Questlove was spinning at Fluid in Philly. And I said to Russ, I was like, yo, my mind is foggy. It's been so long ago. I said, wasn't that Dave we met that night? Because I thought it was him or Maceo. He's like, nah, that was Dave. And I remember we were talking with him. He was real cool, man. He's a real cool brother, and man, just to see him when it happened, it was kind of shocking, and it kind of makes you think like, we getting older. It's just
right,
like
right.
when our parents saw like jazz music, like, like we see jazz, like my pop seen jazz musicians he grew up with. And they were going, you know what I'm saying? As you get older, that they're leaving. And it's like, man, this ain't my childhood no more, And it's crazy, but I agree. That intro though, bruh, that joint had me like, wow, like feeling a certain way. Cause I lost my pops like 2 years ago. And I kept
Yeah,
listening to that. And I felt like, we go down to my family history and, you say my dad's name. And that was similar to the way, with Dave and stuff. And that's how I felt about it. Like, man, it was too much. It was deep too. It was deep, brother. So I definitely understood what you're saying, man. That Daylight album was incredible. I would say on that album, man, that doggone, what you would call it? Black, we won't get into Black Thought later, man, but oh, I wish my boy Heem was on here because he's from Philly. He was supposed to be coming on here. I don't know if he's gonna come on or not. But
okay.
man, that Black Thought verse on that Daylight thing, I had to run that back like 3 times. But the Daylight album overall was dope. Sunny Days. I mean, when I came in with that Sunny Days, when I heard that beat, I
Yeah.
was like, oh
Dope.
shit. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this is it. This is it. But it's up there. It's one of my favorite albums too. But go on. Who wants to go next with their favorite album?
I gotta give one more.
Mhm. Oh
I
yeah,
think
go ahead,
this
brother.
album is pretty unsung, and these two ladies have been doing their thing, and for them to put an album together, a lot of people have been waiting for this. Desired Crowns by Shay Noir and Love the Genius.
So
Shay Noir is
good.
nice, man.
Okay.
Hey, Wiki, brother. Much respect, bro. I love Shay Noir and love the Genius.
Shay Noir is so nice, man.
Yeah, she
She
Okay.
don't get the credit.
I gotta listen out for it now. See,
Belt
that's
to
why I
ass
always
on
say
that ratchet.
Listen.
this is the
She's one of
man
the
right
ones,
here.
bro.
Huh?
So JP, you know how like for to give a sports example. So you know how Juju, right? She appeals to everybody because of the way she hoops. She hoop like a dude.
Yeah.
Like Shay Noir, she's like she's not an elite woman rapper. Like she's just one of the like best rappers, bro. Like she's
Mhm.
aggressive.
I'm up on
She
it.
talking about like how motherhood changed her. Like she
Yeah.
talks about life. She talks about the hood. She'll shoot you
Yes.
in the face. Like it's all these things,
Right.
you know,
I mean, it's
all in
real.
one. Like
She's
Shay
nice.
is
Yeah,
real,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
She been on tracks with Griselda, with 38 Special, and a lot of them. She holds her own.
Not on this particular album, but I forget which project it was. She said that a dude, hold on, let me get it together. She said a dude said, I can see us being together. I told him, close your eyes, nigga. I was done. I said that. I said, well, first of all, that's the type of heat I like to hear coming from the
Yeah.
ladies. That's number
Yeah.
one.
And that's
She
a
said that. I said, what are we talking about? Why are we questioning whether or not she can hold her own? Like, we can even talk about Hunger Games. Like, I have heard that verse written in my phone, like old school, sitting next to the pause, right? Put it in. She's nice. Love the Genius. I love her because she like has kind of like a melodic type of flow,
Yeah.
and belt to ass with the pen. I'm sorry.
She's very
I was
unique.
very
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be good. Desire Crowns, right? I knew it was gonna be good, but it completely exceeded my expectation. Like I didn't necessarily know um if I was gonna like the production coupled with the rhyming. I felt like some songs maybe I was gonna like the rhyming more, I was gonna like the songs. Dog, it's a standout album. It's so good.
That's
It's
on my
so
radar.
good.
great album.
Yeah, you got homework, bro.
How many tracks? How many tracks on it?
Hold on, I'm about to look right now.
I don't
Yeah.
remember how many it was on
It's
there.
not super long, but
No, it's a quick listen.
Like 8 a dime.
11.
Okay. Word. Yeah, I can't wait to hear this shit. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh no, you good, brother. You know, listen, we TVMA however you need to talk, brother.
Yeah,
We
you
Word.
don't
And
know
it's
how we get
33
down over
minutes,
here,
so
man. We
so
look,
good.
we talk real shit over here. Even with
All right.
sports and stuff, we talk real shit over here, bro.
listen, you know your boy, so
Nigga.
when
No doubt.
JP start ranting, bro, you know it might go anyway. You know what I'm saying?
There might be a rant tonight that I have in me. You never know.
Oh
Nah, I'm
Lord.
gonna leave that one alone because you know what I really want to rant on tonight, but I got to be
Oh
careful
man.
because you know what I'm saying. I even for my sake, I got to be careful sometimes. So you know, because we can
Yeah,
go.
your mama bust your ass, monkey. Ooh.
Nah, I ain't just talking about. Damn, man, you call me a monk? Look, that's private between me and you. I ain't know we were doing that tonight.
This
Yeah,
is
you just
BFF
give me the
right
green
here.
light.
Okay. You know, look, you know how we get down. See, you about to get me ignorant on my own podcast. See, yeah, I never show this side. Don't pay us no mind. We always go like this. Me and Boulderhead always go like this all the time. So don't pay us
It
no
goes with
mind.
family, you know.
We fan, yeah, man. Man, that's my boy, man. You know, we my
Stepchild.
boys over. And you know, I want to shout out one more person. Sometimes he's a third. He's like the Malik B of our show. And I mean Malik B like in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Rest
Fucking
in peace, of
double.
course, to the great Malik B. My boy Jonathan Johnson.
Double.
Well, I should have said his government name, but JJ. He works at the skating ring part time. But
Fucking
anyway, I'm gonna tell a quick story. And Kev could back me up with this. When we were in junior college, me and John went to the same high school. I didn't know him in high school because my graduating class was like 700-800 people, you know, and he was a junior and I was a senior. But anyway, I'll never forget the first time I ever met him was in the student lounge because the joint Dre Day came on from Dr. Dre. The video came on. Yo, Will, I ain't never told you this story. No lie. This dude was jumping up and down on the sofa during this song like a monkey. I mean, literally. I was like, who is this dude?
I can
I'm
believe it.
like, who is he? He was wilding.
Well, wild as
I'm
fuck.
like,
He
I'm like,
wild.
yo,
He
this is
wild.
yo, we got it. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna let him tell the story because me and Kev got a story about JJ at the video music box party at Rutgers back.
Never again. Never again, dog.
Well, I would like to be invited when this story is told. I need to hear
He got to
Oh yeah,
tell the story.
it.
absolutely.
Yo, Simone, he one of the wildest people.
Give JJ
We
some
gotta
drinks and
tone
let
him
him tell it.
down sometime.
Yeah, you
I
could
like
do a
people.
whole
I like
show.
people like that.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. You could do a whole show on JJ. That's real. The
Yo,
boy, he
Ian, you met him.
wild.
Ian, you met him one time at the barbecue we had at the park up here in Willenboro years ago. He came up there with the skates on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How could I forget that, brother?
Yeah, man. That's our brother, though. Shout outs to JJ, of course, man. You know,
My man
it's my brother for life.
Conan, JJ, my
Conan.
man.
We look
That my
forward to him
dude.
next time coming on. He wanted to be on here, but they had him working tonight. So, But anyway, damn, what were we talking about real quick?
All
I
right,
forgot.
so
Oh,
we just had Wiki go. We're gonna go back to the ladies real quick. Simone,
Mhm.
some of your favorite albums. It don't have to be one.
There it is. The mob.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I couldn't tell what it was at first.
yo.
Wait,
Rightfully so.
ain't nothing wrong with
Listen,
that.
listen. I'm Jules Santana. I'm washing my hands right now. Listen, listen. When Joe and Jada dropped, they premiered Mob Deep Against the World. I think I was
Dog.
at work. I was crying. First of all, let me explain
Ooh.
something to you. I was at work when I found out that Prodigy passed. I was inconsolable. I cried at work to the point where my coworkers were like, I mean, I understand, and I was like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, we're gonna have a motherfucking problem. Like, I need somebody to come relieve me. I need to go to the bathroom. I need to wash my face. So I had no idea. Like, Nas said, oh, this is what's going on. Mass appeal, boom, 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 boom. And I just completely forgot about the order of operations of who was dropping. I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't want to walk into it with any type of expectations. Not to say that I was going to be disappointed. Um, as much as I want to say that I try to be as unbiased as possible with, rappers that I love, I do recognize that I'm probably I extend grace more. You know what I'm saying? When it's somebody that I really like, I try to think about like what they were thinking, especially if people are not necessarily in love with the whole thing. Like I saw you say like your face when somebody had mentioned Nas and Primo, and I saw your face, so I can't wait for you to expound on your face. Um, Listen. So then Taj Mahal comes out.
Ooh.
I said, "Oh, I'm gonna learn Prodigy's verse, and I'm gonna learn the hook tonight, nigga." And I did. And then the album came out, and when things are dope to me, if I don't cry, I laugh. I laughed the entire time I listened to the album. It was Easy Bruh is probably one of my favorites. What's up with you, bitch? The Had enough of you, bitch. This bitch is my favorite word. Like that is so yes, the Infinite album obviously is probably nostalgically and personally my favorite drop of the year. We can go into talking about the clips, right? I think Let God Sort Them Out was a fantastic um offering. I think that got the conversation started that I'm sure that us here collectively have already had about older rappers still being able to rap. But I think people didn't realize that Malice was 52 and that Pusha T was 48. And
Mhm.
I think, and that's when I started seeing people say belt to ass, right? And people were just completely enamored and so blown away with Malice, specifically because Pusha T hasn't really left the fold, right?
No.
Um, Malice had took a pause definitely from the coke and the drugs and all of that, and he did the no malice thing. And whether or not you followed him that way, for him to come back with his brother and to be so strong, I think people kind of forgot. Um, and I don't think that people really. Here's one thing I want to say, and I don't want to monopolize, but and I'm sure that maybe we'll come back to this. So the first wave of MCs, the Grandmaster Cazes, the Treacherous Three, Funky Four plus one more, right? They had their time and it was very short, and then they kind of just stopped rapping, right? Maybe they were still trying to rap, but we haven't seen what it looks like to become an older MC and still rap, right? Nas, Jay Z, they're probably the first wave of MCs that we have been able to see get older and still continue their lyrical journey, right? And so as people who grew up with hip hop, I'm probably the second generation, right? I'm not in the Grandmaster Caz, and there's so many rappers from them that didn't have albums, right? If you wasn't at the park jam, if you wasn't at the party, if you didn't pay $5 so somebody could give you the tape and then you dub it, you didn't hear any of these people, right? And hip hop started to evolve, and then MCs, it was like a revolving door. And then the 90s happened, right? Rakim happened, and then Nas happened. And then it just became this thing where we just were like really focused on like people's lyrical dexterity, right? And I think seeing Nas do the whole Hit Boy run, right? Not just with the Disease, but then the whole Magic thing,
Magic, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, Jay Z coming back with the 444 album, right? Then people realizing how old Jay Z was because they paid attention to how young his wife was, right? I don't think people realize how old Jay Z was, right? Like Jay Z and Big Daddy Kane are like the same age,
Right.
Yeah,
right? But Big
Yeah,
Daddy
yeah.
Kane
yeah, Kane like 2
didn't
years older.
continue to make, like, he's still touring, he's still doing music, but some of our older MCs and just our musical people in the black culture, they were forced to become cover bands for themselves, right? And
Ooh,
so I don't think that's a bar.
sorry.
I don't think that people realize that we're seeing right now in real time what it looks like to be an MC that's getting older and he's still rapping and she's still rapping and she's still doing it at a high level where people think that, and we saw people like, oh, like the fact that Leaders of the New School was called the New School and it's still the old school people were still rapping is insane, but it made sense then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
but now Busta Rhymes is old school, which is insane to me.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think people
crazy.
don't realize I don't think that we appreciate um being able to see our favorite rappers get old and still put belt to ass and be like, "Hey, listen, I think it's room for everybody. And if you're young and you're rapping and you're doing your thing, but I'm still rapping
Yeah.
and I'm still making music. I'm just growing in the subject matter and so on. And listen, I love Prodigy. Listen, I don't necessarily need you to grow up with your lyrics. I don't need you to stop talking about guns and shit like that. I don't. As long as you do it better than the nigga who's rapping guns over here. As long as you're lyrically better, I can accept the fact that you are still rapping about guns and drugs and you're 50. I don't necessarily want you to do that, but I still listen to MOP. Give me a new MOP song. And then they played that on Joe and Jada. Thank you, Eric Sermon.
Yep.
They still rap every three
That
words.
same
You
energy.
they
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
like I want that. I mean, shout out to
Yeah.
Griselda, but I'm okay with that. I don't need everybody to necessarily grow and talk about depends and your fucking erectile dysfunction and the fact that your titties are sagging. I want that if that's what you want to do, right? But if you still want to talk about how nice you are and surgical you are with your gun, I'm surgical with a shotgun on the range. I would like for you to tell me that over a dope beat and just make sure that your metaphor is better than the last nigga who said it. That's it.
Simone, I'm so glad you addressed that because I was getting real tired of looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, damn, where the fuck is everybody at? Where my old heads at? Come join the old nigga. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's do
Yo,
what you do and spit that fire all day, every day.
let
It's
me
important.
let me say something real quick here. I'm glad you made that point because I'm about to say some shit right now. And I know some of my friends are going to listen to this shit. And yeah, I'm talking about a few of y'all. Me and I maybe I shouldn't, but I'm gonna mention anyway. Me and my friends that I grew up with, some of us have a group chat, and we always do it. So, you know, I brought up what album, what song? Oh, the new Nas album. I posted a couple songs in the group chat, and one of my friends said, "Man, why are you pushing this bullshit for? We don't listen to hip hop like that no more." And I'm like, y'all Y'all are stuck in your ways. Y'all think this is still 88, but yet and still they'll bring up Kane from 88 or this from 88. Oh, yeah, bruh, hip hop has
Mm-hmm.
evolved. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem I have with older cats. Oh, man, they don't rap the way they used to. Hip hop, it is
all the
there.
time.
It's underground. Stop looking for the radio to feed you. But I
Yeah.
get so tired of that. I play him something like some Griselda stuff or the new Nas or Mobb Deep. I ain't listening to that stuff. But yet still they go back to Rock Kevin 88. Man, bro, that's almost 40 years ago. And I
Yeah.
feel as though we're the only genre of music, hip hop, where we think it has to be young and stay young. And I'm glad this year, 2025, proved that wrong. I get so tired of that. They're like, oh, Jay,
Mm-hmm.
you still listen to hip hop? You 54 years old, still listen to hip hop? Huh? We
Mm-hmm.
grew up on hip hop, and y'all forgot about
Exactly.
that? Like, come
Yes.
on, man, really?
I'm fat.
Listen,
And you know
he's
Facts,
in the
facts,
kitchen right
facts.
now, right? Damon's in the kitchen right now. But
Yo,
one
tell
of
him I
the
said what's
things
up. Bring him on if you want.
JP
Bring him
said, "What's
on.
up?" He said
Bring
he
him
could,
on.
come on. But he's about to eat
JP,
dinner.
you know
He's
the
not
worst
going to
part
stay here
about
and eat or
people like
whatever.
that?
What's
They'll
that?
go,
Is he coming on? Oh, wait, quick. Is he coming on?
He's eating right now. He's eating right
Okay,
now.
tell him to come on after he eats.
Okay.
All right, yeah, go ahead, brother Nick. I'm sorry.
JP, I'm saying the worst thing about people like that is they'll go and talk about Kane and people from back in the day, and then they have no idea that King just dropped something with RZA.
Mm,
I didn't even know that. That's actually
mm.
Bro,
fat.
Coogee rap is still dropping.
Yeah.
It's like I get
LOG just
tired of
dropped the
that.
album on that
Oh
shit.
man, hip hop got and then here's another thing that people would say, and I'm not throwing no shade or no shots at anybody. Oh, hip hop got a lot of gay people. Man, just shut up. Y'all don't know what you're
Gay
talking
people,
about.
what is
Stop
that?
listening to the radio and
That's
stuff, man.
crazy.
And even if it is gay people, so what? If they can spit, they can spit. It's like, man, these dudes, man, it's like some people, man, just like, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular with that one. But this is the conversation that I keep hearing. Stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that.
All the time, every year.
It's like, man, I don't care who you are. If you could drop some heat, 16 bars, I don't care. You're dope, you're
Right.
dope.
Right.
Y'all sit up here and look at this, what's his name? Takeshi 69, whatever, and you see all these
Taki,
other
Taki
clowns they sit up
69.
That
there
sound
and
like
put
a
Yeah,
out,
you
and you
DJ.
think
ain't
that's
you
hip
ain't
hop
even gotta
nowadays.
mention
That's
that
not hip
man,
hop.
bro.
Nobody listens to that clown.
I mean,
You
some
ain't gotta
It's like,
people,
mention
man,
him,
come
bro. We gotta
on.
leave that man.
some people are listening to him, right? But not the collective, right? So what I was gonna say, Wiki and JP and the rest of you guys, but you two guys know Damon, right? So Damon always talks about how, like you said, JP, like people from your age group, they don't listen to new people. They still listen or they look at you and they like, you still listen to hip hop, right? Damon always says like the first generation of hip hop listeners, they went back to R&B,
Yup,
right?
Mm,
facts,
They took off their whatever was
facts.
their
yeah.
Kangol, put on suit, and they listen to jazz, and they are snubbing and there's nothing wrong with jazz, and there's nothing wrong with R&B. Like, yeah, Jodeci all day, right? But they snub their nose at hip hop.
Like if they're still listening to the old hip hop, that's even still a rarity, to the point where like they haven't listened to those old songs in a long time. Like sometimes people will post like an old song or whatever, and you'll see mad older people in the comments talking about, oh my God, this brings back memories. I haven't heard this song since. And I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? I heard this shit yesterday. Yesterday, and I can give you the lyrics right. What do you mean you haven't heard it? What have you been listening to?
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of people, I guess they felt like, and they bought into the whole hip hop is a young man's game. People said that it wasn't going to last, yada, 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 yada. And so when Damon brought that point up to me, it has always stuck. And then, we just kind of built from that. And it brings me back to the other point about, this is the first generation. This is the first time we get to see rappers age and still rap at a high level. And like you said, JP, like, yeah, if you want the music, I mean, unless you got an Obama phone, it's right here.
So let me say this.
The world is Tower Records is right here.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
The Whip is right here. The mom and pop, like you have $1,000 computer in your pocket, or if you old, it's clipped to your belt, right?
Yeah.
Talk to them.
That's fine, but you can't sit here and say, oh, well, you can. Maybe you're the person who still looks to the radio for them to feed you the information. If that's what it is, then say that's what it is. But you can't sit here and say that everything is trash. Everything sounds like mumble rap. Confession here. When I started to pick back up rhyming, because I took a 10-year hiatus, I was like, I'm totally fine with being a fan, right? Then I started rapping again like 2011, 2012. And I was fixated. I wrote a song called Trapped in the 90s. And I was boasting about how I'm stuck there and I'm happy to be there. I do not remember any of the lyrics. I absolutely lost the lyrics, and I'm glad, right? One of my favorite rappers is Mick Jenkins.
Yo, Big Jenkins
Shout
is
out to
nice.
Chicago.
Yo, Big Jenkins is nice.
He's when
That's
Nick
my
Grant
guy,
dropped
man.
his 88 mixtape.
Nick Grant's my guy too.
The reason why I
Man.
pressed play
Nick
is
is
because
dope.
I saw his face and 88 with the apostrophe. I said, oh, he was born in 1988. For you to name your mixtape 88, that's a big deal, right? So you need to impress me, and he impressed me. When I see Nick Grant now, I press play. I don't ask nothing. And I'm not saying I love every single project from him, but he definitely gets my burn all of the time. So I'm so glad that I got out of that space of like, I'm trapped in the 90s. But of course, yeah, nostalgia all day, right? I can recite the words to QU Hectic if my life depended on it. If somebody put a gun to my head, I'm going to recite Prodigy's verse from QU Hectic and I'm going to live, right? But I also love Nick Jenkins, Chris Patrick. I just discovered a dude today, Billy Woods. Like
Billy Woods, yeah.
Hip hop is so exciting all of the time. Not just because our old rappers are still rapping, but the new people. Then there's people, whether you like the new stuff or there's so many young people that have captured the essence and they put that into their music. Shay Noor was born the year Illmatic came out.
Wow.
So for the full circle moment for him to mention her on the album with Primo, it's an amazing moment for hip hop.
That's fine.
And again, I'm not trying to monopolize, but I'm just saying, like, people are still rapping and they're still doing a really great job. And yeah, they might have to put Tiger Bomb on their knees, but if the pen is still
Tiger Bomb on the knees.
Listen, I some people didn't like it, but I like, sometimes if it makes sense, right? Don't just pick a new rapper because you're older and you're trying to get the streams or whatever. But if it makes sense, yeah, let the older people rap with the younger people, all of that sort of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of our older fans and people they abandoned. I'm sorry, they abandoned hip hop.
They abandoned hip hop. Real quick, Will. Conan just hit me up with something that he wanted to show me. See if he wants to come in or not. See if he wants to come in on the show. If not, just hit him up. But go ahead, Simone.
You talking about JJ?
Yeah, see if he wants to come in.
I'm done. Yep.
Oh,
if
okay.
you don't
But you,
mind, if you don't mind, I got a question for y'all, for all of y'all. It's just inquiring mind, you know what I'm saying? So when we speak about, and this is a say, the God MC, he basically, you know what I'm saying, one of the first cats I based my flow off of, you know what I'm saying, as far as rock him goes. When we're talking about older MCs, you know what I'm saying, that have, you know, saying continued on now to showing their skill level, you know, to a whole new all time, you know, they're continuing on strong as I don't know what. When was the last time that, other than Rakim's, they say Eric B. and Rakim's first couple two albums, let's say. Beyond that, we mentioned Big Daddy Kane. We mentioned, you know what I'm saying, a couple, didn't mention my boy, my goat's LL. That's my dog. But as far as old school rappers go, when does Rakim came with something like substantially and hit?
Listen,
That,
I feel like you're trying to mince words. Just say what you want to say. Say it. When was the last time you heard a new Rakim verse and it was like that? Is that what you're trying to say?
that's basically it.
Okay.
That's basically it.
I'm gonna need Jay to go. He's sitting there rubbing his beard and he's shaking his head.
yeah, yeah.
Damn. I'd say the joint he did, was it like 90? I forgot the name of it. But the one he was in the street, I think Primo produced it. That's the last like fire Rakim joint verse I heard. I forgot the name of the song. Damn.
Is
That was
that
like what? That was like what? Late 90s, I think.
Yeah, he was in the street, and it's the one the
I
premiere.
think I know what song you're talking about. I
is
can't
that
remember the
it's
name.
either it's been a long time or I be on the mic.
I Be on the Mic. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I be on the mic. Yeah.
I don't
That
remember
shit
the
is
video.
fire.
Okay.
Yo, you know what? Me and Kev had this conversation a couple months ago about Rakim. And look, Rakim inspired a lot of people. But I listened to that new album he dropped this summer. Or I know he dropped in 2025. I went through 3 songs and I had to shut it down. And I respect Rakim, man, but it's like I went through 3 songs. I said, man, I can't take it no more. You know, and I love Rakim. Rakim's one of the greatest ever. You know, the touch of my, like I said, he inspired, you know what I mean, a lot of people. But you know, a lot of people get stuck in their, now I'm not talking about him, I'm talking a lot of people get stuck in their past. You know, like, oh man, we remember him from 88, 91, that's all they want to say. You know, hip hop is revived. And let me say this too, you know, and I gotta give people their flowers on here. First off, I gotta give flowers to Ian and Simone and them because look, I was one of them dudes back in 2010, 2011, 2012, where I was stuck in the 90s. Like all this new stuff and everything, man, I ain't trying to hear any stuff. But I joined this group on Facebook called the Hip Hop Discussion Group. And it was one of the things that really changed my life as far as listening to newer artists and stuff. I remember back in the day, Simone sent me some stuff about J. Cole. And I said, man, I ain't feeling J. Cole like that. But yo, J. Cole's a monster. He one of my top 5 right now. You know, J. Cole was nasty.
He just can't diss
you know?
nobody no more though.
Yeah, he just don't. You're right.
I'm sorry, Nick. Say that again.
I was just saying, like at this point, I don't think he could diss nobody no more.
I heard
man.
you. I just wanted everybody to
Yeah.
But let me tell you all something. I found, and I'm sure y'all know who he is. I found an MC named Mike. That's his name, Mike.
Oh, the
M-I-K-E.
dude who sounds like he
Mike,
sounds like Earl Sweatshirt.
Yes.
Mike is bad.
Yeah.
And then I sent Kev this record from him called The Golden Age with him and Larry June. I
Oh
know
yeah,
it's old, but for me it wasn't. Oh, I heard it was that the summer before last. I played that joint back like 5 times. I said, yo, Kev, you got to hear this joint.
Yeah,
Kev
that was
heard that
fire.
joint. He was like, man.
That was fire. And you know I'm stubborn as hell. I'm stubborn as fuck, bro.
You stubborn as hell. But you
that was fire.
So
then he had this.
I have another song from Rakim, and Damon brought it up. He said his verse on Classic, the one that Kanye did.
Mm-hmm.
That was
KRS-One and all that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope.
Tell him we need him to be on screen, please, to join the conversation.
Yes. He's almost finished.
Take me work get him on.
He must be eating a great meal for him to be what you would call it.
He's taking his time. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to talk about the sweet potato pound cake that I made for Christmas, but anyway.
See, now we hating. We might.
Yeah, that was crazy. Simone, come on now.
I know. Another thing though that he did say, Mr. Estes, he said, what if nobody? What'd you say, babe? Nobody sounded like Rakim. What if nobody sounded like Rakim?
Oh no! Trust that his foundation. He's part of my foundation is Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Without question, I'm planets as small as balls of clay are spraying to the Milky Way, worlds out of sight. Far as I can, like that. His verses from the rip. His lyrics was something that I didn't know the human mind could achieve. As far as flowing on a beat, I'm dead ass serious. That was something different. But beyond that, it's been. I'll say this right here. One of my most disappointing hip hop moments was way back. This was I can't remember if it was Def Comedy Jam or Def Jam on HBO, and they was gonna have Rakim come on as you know what I'm saying, the guest artist to close it out. And everyone just expected there's gonna be some new music because we ain't hear from Ra in a minute, from Eric B. and Ra. And he came out and did Paid in Full. And it was so deflating. I mean, was albums. They have dropped albums until that moment on, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, prime time, we're going to see how it's going to go down. And all he did was Paid in Full. And this was like a venue to where this is where you just, you know, this is our venue. You do whatever. This ain't on some whatever, like pop, not pop, but popular as far as hip hop go. You can do whatever you want. And they elected to do Paid in Full. And I was like, in my head, just me as a up and coming MC, in my head, I was like, damn, dog, have you been in the lab at all? Like, that's what you're going to do?
Yo,
right, so that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But that's it.
What's up, Damon? What's going on? Glad you joined us. Yo, he's another dope MC, part of half of Spotless Minds, also from South Jersey as well, CMD. So yeah, welcome, brother. Definitely.
Yo, big up, dog.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Peace.
Don't sleep on the beats.
But on the thing about Rakim too, a lot of people dated Rakim before he was even old. Like saying old school, we were saying old school when people wasn't old because because hip hop was evolving so fast that we had put Rakim and Kane like in this school. Like that whole school of the 80s was kind of put in this old school thing in like 93. And it was only like 5 or 6 years removed. And people were saying like that was like older because, I mean, you got people with names like leaders of the new school. You know what I'm saying?
And it was too early.
I think Rakim, because he was so great and he got dated too early, I think, and plus the business, I think it really just stunned him.
And I think that part.
You know what I'm saying?
That part.
Just lapse. But I also feel like, even in his recent project, he do got a couple verses where everybody thought that he was gonna rap, but he produced the whole joint or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I think that was the last joint. I think he got like 1 or 2 verses, but I always enjoy a Rakim verse. I think it's like with me with MCs or whatever, it's like I know what their style is, then I know what I'm gonna expect. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't be looking for I don't look for the letdown. It's been so many years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for you, especially if you've been out for so long, you a legend. Like, I'm not looking for you to do no techno like try to do something techno.
Facts.
I'm not trying to. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? When I hear
Now's
it,
not the time
you
to
know
be
what I'm saying. And then I
experimenting.
think some people, you know, they expect too much from people that continuously come out that's been out for years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you it's just like a sound. Like even if not to compare it, but you got like to R&B, it's like the Whispers got a sound. You know what I'm saying? And then Kool and the Gang got a sound. And then Earth, Wind, and Fire got a sound. Like you're not looking for Earth, Wind, and Fire to sound like Kool and the Gang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just be like people sound, not unless they changing up the music, you know what I mean, too drastically, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much, you know, always like to expect.
What is it? Real quick, what's a standout album for you this year? I said the Clips, I said Nas, but they also talked. Wiki brought up De La.
Mobb Deep, De La, damn, now I'm stuck. I was naming all of them
Earlier, yeah.
earlier, you know what I'm saying?
Conway.
I felt Mick Jenkins joint, Conway joint. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, see, damn, I get mixed up. What was last year?
Benny, Benny.
Yeah.
What Benny dropped? The summer joint?
Benny was kind of
Yeah.
underwhelming to me.
That
Yeah.
summer
You
joint
thought
was
so?
I ain't
Benny
like
album was
Benny.
all right.
Talk about
Benny
it.
to me, like I haven't
that summer
Benny's
to be
been
real,
stagnant,
like
man. I don't
I
know.
haven't enjoyed a
It wasn't
Benny
that
project since like probably
Yeah,
Burn the Proof, to be real.
yeah.
the first
Yo,
summertime.
Benny's one of my favorites,
Nah,
man.
Benny
Kev
nice.
know that.
Benny
Benny's
my
my
personal
boy.
favorite from
No,
Benny
bro,
my personal
you,
favorite
you,
from
you
Griselda.
misunderstanding, bro. We love Benny, but it ain't the same.
Ain't
Yeah, it
saying
wasn't.
Nah.
Yeah,
That
to me.
that was like Jasmine's house. That joint, he was spitting some
Yeah,
fire on that
that's the
joint.
standout
Nah, he
track.
was.
But what about the rest of it?
Standouts though.
I'm a Benny fan. You know, I'm never
Yo,
going
real
wrong
quick,
against
Bro,
real
I
Benny.
quick.
love Benny. I
I got a
love Benny.
curveball for the group. I got a question for y'all. Since we got
Yeah.
some real hip hop heads, right? So we talked about the importance of Rakim's flow. You know, and I think we can agree, you know, some people took from Kane with the cool guy swagger and everything. Do you think, because I do personally, that he don't get as much? Cool G rap is as important
Oh, come
as
on.
Oh
almost
Yeah,
any
yeah.
Oh yeah,
rapper
people still rap like him today.
ever.
So yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay, okay, Jay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Cool.
yeah. You know what, man? That is a really real valid ass point right there, for
Listen,
real. And I'm mad
yeah.
that I ain't even really think of that. But yeah, man, Cool G rap, like
Gucci
people.
Rap has always been the third person in my top 5
Nah.
for
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
necessarily saying that
True
it's
indeed.
that right now,
Right.
Mhm.
but
Wow.
for years, when the top 5 conversation started, and that started with us, and that's a whole nother conversation. Like people be like, "Oh, what's your top 5 shoes and what's your top 5 books and shit?" That shit started with hip hop in the fucking barbershop. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Back in the day, Cool G, like he was always fire. But when the symphony dropped, that was a rap.
Even
When the
when
symphony dropped, that was a rap back in the
even when
day.
the big picture at Big L, his verse on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
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 Listen, I listen when that comes on.
Mm-hmm.
It's always in rotation. Like when people be like, "Oh, like I said, oh my God, I haven't heard that in years." I heard it yesterday. What are we talking about? Cool G rap?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Jay, people are still rapping like him today.
Mm-hmm.
Point. Thank you for
Real
bringing
quick,
that up, Will. Thank
Wiki,
you.
brother, we got to get your take on this, man.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a lot of time. I'm sorry.
But with Cool G rap,
Yes, sir.
you know, Pinnacle, you know, he's influenced far too many, far too
Mhm.
many. And you know,
Multiple generations.
there's only a few people that'll actually say it to the public that, you know, he influenced me. And there's a lot of MCs out there that, you know, they don't want to say it, but if you listen to their music, you listen to their structure, you listen to how descriptive they are, you know where it came from. KGR.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. Because
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, he's as influential as, you know, we could say Nas was with his initial drop and the shift of the sound. Because I'll be honest, like I'm a big J fan, but I hadn't heard this until recently. Twitter recirculated some interesting shit, and they brought up Jay's old like track from before the Rockefeller and all that, and he
Hawaiian
was
Sophie.
rapping.
Oh yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
had a different
Yeah,
style and everything.
brother, I'm gonna be honest. I was like, what the fuck?
Rapping like the Iggity.
This
Look at
Iggity.
the bigger
You know what I'm saying? What
rap.
song was that? I
Snickers.
think it was called what? Like I Can't Get With That or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Real quick, JJ, what up, bro? Oh my god.
Oh my God, please no. Oh my God. Kev, get your boy.
Tony,
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. We're doing a hip hop show. We ain't trying to sing no 70s music right now, bro. Hold on.
Tony,
What up, man?
what it do, boy?
All good,
Oh
baby.
my
All good.
God.
Oh my God. All right, hold on. We got to calm you down. Hold on, we got to calm you down. We're talking about hip hop here now. We're in the middle of the show. Hold on, we got to calm you
Yo,
down.
so what
You
we
know we got
gonna
to put the
do?
leash on you sometimes.
So what we gonna do is JJ got his singing in, and then we gotta get Nick, Jay.
Yeah, we got to get them.
I think we still gotta get my brother Estez's top 3 or whatever albums, and I ain't give none, and then JJ we can end off with you on that topic, and then we can keep it pushing.
All right.
I'm gonna make mine real quick because Simone went ahead and just snatched mine up. She's so right. I'm gonna keep it with clips all day. Jay, what I text you the other day as far as that mob joint,
You said, Mob, this is the best album had since the Infamous.
dog. To me personally,
That's a bold statement, man.
yo,
Wow.
that's
He's
where
a Mob fan. He a real big Mob fan.
that's where it took me when I listened to it.
Oh,
And
so
knowing that P ain't here no more, that's where that took me to. And one more thing too, and this is no disrespect to Queensbridge rappers at all. Mainly Nas and Mob. I'm gonna say it might be a take. As long as heads ain't forcing the industry to try and do some songs for the females, or some that they can shake their ass to, or whatever. That's the only time heads stump they too. Is when they try and do something for the females. It'd be crazy on some club shit. Like some back in the day, like some Uchi Wally type shit and all that.
y'all need to stop talking about Uchi Wally. Uchi Wally banged the clock. Today, right then, people was spitting on it. I was in the clubs, all of them in New York City. Uchi Wally came on, everybody was on the dance floor, not just the girls. Yes, the dudes was on the dance floor because
I like Uchi Wally.
That's
Uchi
crazy.
Wally
I like it.
because
That's
it is
crazy.
It is a song for the ladies. I'm sorry. Whether you like it lyrically or not, it did what it was supposed to do, and it still does it today.
That's
People
because
put
Nas was in a box at that time.
they're
They couldn't
dancing.
see nothing else.
And I'm gonna give you that. Then
Lyrically, it does nothing, but it's not supposed to do anything.
You right on that.
Now,
On that, you right.
I will say that those people who say that, and then there's people who be like, don't nobody want to hear Nas in the club. I'm sorry, I was in the club rapping halftime. I was in the club rapping.
Oh hells yeah!
I was dressed in business casual with a blazer and leather pants and a see-through shirt. Absolutely.
Right, that wasn't aimed for a female market. Yeah, Nas got that all day.
We're in the clubs rapping, shook ones, pounding their chest. Are you kidding me?
We all have exactly.
The funny thing though,
that's not tailor-made on some. Okay, let's go ahead and try and do some. Have everybody shaking their ass type shit or whatever.
No, I agree. I don't disagree with that. But they're having these conversations after the fact today, and they're trying to think about what life was like in the 90s, and it was a completely different era. It was a completely different time, and it was a wonderful time to go to the tunnel, to go to the shadow,
hell yeah,
Rarros being a fucking shoebox, right? And Bentley's live Saturday night, and listening and hearing the Benjamins.
hell yeah.
Every is rapping. Everybody is taking their drinks while they're trying to get from the bar. The Benjamins come on, and everybody's like,
Mm-hmm.
that's my song, and we're all rapping. Nobody wanted to hear, sing songy rap and all of that shit. Like, it was a completely different era, and it just what was danceable and what made people want to go to the parties. It was different.
Right. Agreed. Certain choices hit like that across the board.
And your
Now,
Estes, brother, I do want to ask you a question about the point you just made, though.
yes, sir.
So, is your GOAT excluded from that?
My goal, master that. I ain't going.
I agree with that. I just wanted to see.
Wait. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna make it crazy personal, but I'm gonna, go to my two dudes that know me on here. You know what I'm saying, between JP and Double J, and that is Plug Bangers Saturday. What?
You talking about Daylight?
I was talking about myself, but I do that too often. In other words, yeah, LL, I went ahead and crafted myself after LL like crazy. And one of the biggest things, Will, what you're speaking on is his versatility that he came off with, that sound that dope. You know what I'm saying, to me? Like, it was effortless. Like, okay, if I go ahead and what was the one joint? And the funny thing is, my original point was going to be off of the new Mob album. That song they got with I can't remember the name.
Georgia
Oh
Smith.
my God!
That
and the remix, and that was my original point was that is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, back in the day, Mob did a couple of things. I was like, yo, that's industry. Like, you could tell some label shit.
You like that song with 112?
Lil Jon?
It's just not me personally. That's all. No disrespect to that. But nah.
I mean, LL can keep Headsprung, though. He can keep it.
Yeah, well, no, I think we all agree.
I ain't doing no Headsprung. Jingling baby, doing it, things like that. Of course, ain't no mega, lyrically, whatever. But the whole package, that's something right there. That's like, okay, that fits. It just fits.
But then he dropped Lounge It, and it's like, oh man, I can fuck with this one. It's like
so good.
Doing it.
Yeah.
So good.
Lounging, going back to Cali. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, we ain't fucking with those. But he had a couple club bangers that was made for some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep going back to Cali. But
Now,
go ahead.
real
I'm
quick.
sorry.
So I do agree the versatility of L is crazy, and because he pivoted into acting and stuff, like I feel like he don't consistently get enough. And I mean, he was just outside, you know what I'm saying, on the mic in 2024, and I enjoyed that.
Solid album. Solid album.
Album was decent.
Dropped something relevant in like 40 straight years. For 4 different decades. And that's remarkable, man.
Even if you don't like his projects, LL is going to carry you through the summer.
All right, you can respect the artistry in the pen.
Summer's Jam. Where's the love? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, yo. Indeed.
But let's go with Nick and Jay real quick with their takes. Definitely go. Who wants to go first? Nick or Jay?
You talking about albums?
Yeah.
Golly. That's really a hard question if you ask me. Like, there was so many great albums. I'll give y'all probably 3 that I really love. I'll start with the Clips album. Clips one of my favorite duos of all time, and I'll be real. Like, when it comes between because I've had a debate with this too with a couple of my homies between Malice and Push. Like, I'm probably a bigger Push fan lyrically, but I'm not gonna lie, Malice really rapped his ass off on that album. Like, just for him to come back, and I think people did forget how nice Malice was, because obviously it's been a long time since he rapped. Obviously, Push has been around in the scenes, rapping with Kanye and even doing his own solo work and stuff like that. But the way that Malice is rapping on that album, I think he's got to be in contention as far as rapper of the year. I don't know if he wins. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but he's definitely in contention. Mobb Deep album as well, big Mobb Deep album. If you ask me, Infamous, from start to get ended to Party's Over, I can rap the whole album start to finish. If you ask me,
Oh,
And
yeah.
the way that album sounded to me, and it's crazy because I remember when they announced that they were going to do a posthumous Mobb Deep album, I was kind of nervous. I was
Yes.
like,
Mhm.
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I know they have some old Prodigy verses like in the stash and everything, but I'm like, I don't know how it's going to sound sonically, but
They
just the
took
way
such
that they
good
put that
care of his vocals.
facts, like the way that they put that together and it really sounds fresh, like that.
Amazing. Amazing.
Really,
You,
like even
let,
to this day. Now go ahead.
now I was going to say, let me say this. The Alchemist is in the trinity of producers ever. He's top 3. And if somebody says he was the GOAT, you get no argument from me at all.
He's
I
up
wouldn't
there,
be mad if
Period.
you're
Yeah,
go.
it's
I
dope.
wouldn't.
Period.
Mm-mm.
Him
right?
a half. Oh, yeah.
Right. And another
Right,
album
this
I'll
man produced for
say,
Nina Sky, produced for everybody, bro.
not
He
facts. I mean,
really out here.
he's produced for like all regions. Like he'll go to New
Yup.
York and he'll go to LA, he'll
Yeah.
go down south. And it's honestly funny. It's funny that we talking about Alchemist because I'm about to name this album as well, the Larry June and 2 Chainz album. I thought
Yes.
that was
That
really good
shit
at the top of the
fire.
new year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this too,
Ooh.
like 2 Chainz is like one of the kings of like reinventing himself. Like we know
Mm-hmm.
him starting off with Luda, he was on his Titty Boy, then Players Circle, then of course changing the 2 Chainz having hits. But I think now in this stage of his
Crazy.
career, like he's really showing his real rapping ability, his real lyrical ability. And I think that we really heard it on this album in particular. So it's really hard to really name like my personal favorite, but if I had to go as far as like top 3, those would probably be mine.
Facts. Real quick, Jay,
So,
before we go to you, I gotta say, in my opinion, 2 Chains and then the I forget Young Berg to Hitmaker is the 2
Hitmaker,
greatest
yeah.
rebrands of my lifetime by far. You know,
Mm.
because he was a whack rapper but a phenomenal producer. And Chains, like I mean, I always liked Chains, but like
Yeah, me
he was
too.
on the scene, but then he, really took off and ain't looked back. So
Real quick, one of the things that I always say is that people can be like, oh, I'm a rock star. They can be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We don't care about being lyrical, miracle, spiritual. The minute you call any rapper whack, they have a rebranding or they at least put out either a verse or they put out a mixtape or they do a project and they want to prove to you that they're not whack. They may go back to the bullshit, but nobody, I don't care who you are, wants to be considered a whack rapper.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Toes on that. Every
Speak on
time
that.
somebody says that,
designer.
they listen.
I ain't
Listen.
heard that name in ages.
I mean,
Good
listen,
boy.
we could, but so I've always, been entertained by 2 Chainz, right?
mhm.
And Mercy, I get on his nerves.
Bodied it.
I get on his nerves. I rap his verse from Mercy way more than Kanye, way more than anybody else. It's literally my favorite verse on the song, right? Coupe the color of champagne, drink champagne, coupe the color of mayonnaise, drink champagne on the airplane. Listen, 2 Chainz gives me the things, but hearing that album, I was like, see, I told you, I don't nobody want to be considered whack
Yeah.
ever. So, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jay, over to you, good brother.
Yeah, so my top 3 albums of the year, number 3 would be Conway, You Can't Kill God with Bullets. That
Yes,
album
sir.
is
Dope
fire. Like
album.
that's
Dope
probably his
album.
best
Fire, yeah.
album since like Reject, to be real with you.
Mm.
That joint's fire. Number 2, definitely go with Mob, Infinite. It's definitely probably out of the Mob Deep catalog, probably like number 4, number 5, which I'm surprised honestly. So I'll give him that. And number 1, gotta go with Clips, man. I've been a Clips fan since like 2001.
Facts.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Malice is better than Push until Hell Hath No Fury. Then Push became better, then kind of
Mhm.
switched. But yeah. So Clips, they don't win
Word.
the Grammy, so that's my album of the year.
Word.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. JJ, what you got, brother? Your favorite 2025 releases?
Um,
Oh shit.
no, it's civilized. I like De La Soul's album.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Clips album.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything else about 2025 is like a fog to me. So a third one I can't come up with right now.
Respect.
I'm gonna tell you an album that people slept on. I thought was good was Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs album was solid
Oh
too.
yes,
Freddie, oh,
yeah.
Freddie,
And
Freddie
He got
always.
a
Tornado too, yeah.
Freddie got a
He got,
catalog, man.
he got
That
a
Yeah,
man,
lot of
he
Freddie
must
got
have.
one of for real. Freddie got one of the best catalogs of all time. I'm
I'll be
serious. You look at
honest.
all his albums he got.
Listen,
Freddie never disappoint. Look, these are rappers that came out this year that never disappoint me. Freddie, Nas, Ghostface never disappoint. Never,
bro.
never.
I think
Ghostface
that
had a solid album, but
mhm.
I
It was solid.
Raekwon's album was better.
Raekwon's album was really
It
good.
was
Yeah,
more
Ray's album is better.
Ray,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? It
and
might be.
Rosé
It might be. Ray's album
but
was it was
Ghostface
dope.
was great.
I mean, it's two quality albums though,
Tell
for
them how you
sure.
feel about
But
it.
I
About
do, I
Lil
Got
do.
question.
Well, I think coming up trying to sell it off as supreme clientele too is
That was the only issue.
that's
It
That was
was,
the
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
issue.
that's what it
You're
is.
right.
It's
You're
like
Expectation was
absolutely
the
higher.
right.
pressure,
You're right.
to
the
me
pressure of trying to live up to the first one.
they try
Yeah.
to dance around it and act like I just think it's a money grab. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to sell records instead of just saying you coming out with an album.
Right. Call it something else, and we don't have this conversation.
And I think yeah, right. And I think I think being on Mass Appeal would have helped sell it, whether it was Supreme Clientele too or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
But to me, it don't it. There is no way you can touch the vibe of Supreme Clientele
No.
again.
No,
Like it ain't no way.
there's no way.
It's
Yeah,
no,
that's what
no
it
matter
is.
how you
Yeah,
try to
like a lot. The
try
first
to
one is
use
just
old
That's the
songs
original coffee.
whatever. It's like you can't. It's like
But I'm not disagreeing with you, but just to play devil's advocate, as far as like him you doing the Mass Appeal, it would have got, you know, a lot of whatever, right? Ghostface drops more than the average older rapper. I
He
feel
does.
like
he does.
Absolutely.
Supreme
And the
Clientele
Master Ace.
guaranteed us locking in.
Mhm.
yeah, because
But I don't think that we would have felt like it would be like a big deal if he named it "My Flowers Grow Out of My Shoelaces."
I
Like,
do
you
agree with
understand
that
what I'm
point
saying?
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be like, oh, Ghost dropping again. Okay. Like I'm gonna listen to it,
I
but
think-
you know,
I
the,
think-
the
Right.
excitement.
he had some criticism on that album before that.
Yeah,
So
set the
set the
tone.
tone. I didn't
Yeah.
like that one at all.
Yeah, he tried to, you know what I mean? He tried to
I
get
ain't
kind
even
of to
listen
the
to it.
younger crowd
True indeed.
type, like
Ooh.
younger. That other half was
Okay,
you know, still trying
That's
to
a good
be
point. I
Yeah.
forgot.
face. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another reason why you try to give off
Mm.
myself.
Respect.
That makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Again,
What was that?
All right, Jay, did you give yours? I think
I'll
you
be
did.
back.
But yeah, because Jay did. Oh, so I guess it's me. All right, so one album or project that I didn't hear mentioned at all. I gotta pull up the name of it real quick. Pardon me, but I'm late to the party with this rapper. I'm sure you know a lot of you guys are way more familiar, but a couple of his more recent drops got me a fan. Skyzoo,
Skies is
Views of a
nice.
So Scott
Lifetime.
as well.
That
Yeah,
brother's
yeah, he's dope.
crazy. Now, what brought him onto my radar was one of my homies that does some hoops content, and I'm a big Snowfall fan, and he did the Mind of a Saint rapping from
Yeah.
the perspective of Franklin
Yeah.
Saint. So
Yo, Will,
since
hold up. Will, hold up. That's Simone's Peoples.
oh word,
I mean,
respect.
we did the video or whatever, but
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
snap.
good. He's good people's though. He's good.
Yeah.
People's.
Word, hey, brother's talented for sure. Respect.
Absolutely.
The Mind of a
So-
Saint, that was a good joint.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Will, I'm gonna drop some exclusive real quick. So as JP and Simone and Damon know, I'm part of HHDG Media company, and every once in a while I do interviews. So probably Friday or Saturday, our last interview of 2025, I interviewed Skyzoo.
Oh, that's
and
fine.
he went through every track on Views of Lifetime. So
Mm.
I dropped that, JP, let them know, check it out.
Yeah, when that drops,
Yes.
that
It's
link.
amazing.
Listen, that
Word.
flip on Nas is like, man,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
to execute that,
Yeah.
like, and it be respected, that's dope.
hmm
Of course, like I think you guys already named a lot of the major stuff I was like really rocking with that year. But Conway, for me, Conway, I like all of the Griselda entities, but Conway's at the top for me now. He has been for a while. Like we talked about, I feel like Benny
I gotta
kind
put
of
him there.
stagnated. He can still
Man,
drop some fire, but
there'll be
it's not the
no
same.
bad Betty talk on here while I'm on here.
It's
No
called
bad
honesty,
Betty
brother.
Bro,
talk.
I mean,
I
but
I
listen, it's
love
honesty.
Benny, but if we talking catalog,
It's
I gotta
honesty,
go
bro.
Conway. Gotta go
Yeah,
Conway.
and
Yeah,
listen,
I
this
got
album.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See if
It
you
might be a
will.
tie.
I think
But
it's
nah,
tied,
but you know
but
what?
I think
Yeah,
I
tie.
think Conway do drop way. He got way more though.
And I feel like Conway's still growing, and you
I
can
feel like
respect it.
Conway's more versatile as an artist too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Lyrically,
he's
way
talking
more
about
versatile.
life as a
You can tell
whole.
he hip hop, like hip hop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
And he just has more to talk about because of the
Mhm.
things he's
Yep.
been through.
And bro,
For
his ear
sure.
for beats is crazy too. Like he
It
got
is.
Justice League back outside.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's his name? Derringer on the beats too, man.
Oh yeah, Derringer's amazing.
Derringer is nasty on the production,
Yeah.
man.
I will
He
say,
is.
what I like about Conway is that out of the Griselda bunch, I like when he puts drums and he raps over drums.
Yeah.
I got
Mhm.
over the drumless rapping. I think
Mhm.
it's necessary depending on the subject matter, but I like when Conway raps and there's drums. It makes me happy.
Yep. Now,
I mean,
other one that's not, in the gangster arena, but I appreciated what Wale did with Everything's a Lot.
Oh my God.
Oh, I
Um,
forgot about that.
Yes.
Damn.
So
yeah,
good.
and then
I gotta listen
literally
to it.
everything that Ransom dropped. Like I fuck with
Oh
Wale.
yeah, I
Yeah,
Ran is
Ransom
fire.
drop.
I
Yeah,
forgot
Ran,
to
Will, you
mention the
put me on
project he
the
did with
Ransom
JV.
stuff.
The
Yeah,
project
that
with JV was
Ransom.
fire.
Ran is fire.
The joint with Conductor more than I
Mhm.
like the one that he did with Premier.
Premier, yeah. Mm.
I can agree. Mhm.
How y'all feel
Yo,
about Shenor and
Oh,
Seven the Genius?
we talked about that.
we talked
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
listen
think
to it.
Shenor
I
has
got
Yeah.
definitely gonna look out
That
for it.
project is dope, brother. It's some amazing work.
Yeah.
He was saying that
I think
she had a
great year.
great year.
That joint with the other guys, the first one
Mhm.
she dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like
See,
Which one?
yo,
Superior
now
or the
the
other
only
guy?
complaint I got, and I think it was the 2025 release with Shay Noir, is, well, like I was telling y'all earlier, my pet peeve with music. She had one project where it was like it's a Shay Noir drop, and it was some other nigga rapping like the whole time. I said, yeah, you fooled me once, but the rest of the
Which
drops
joint
it was
was
her.
that? Which
I'm
joint
gonna have
was
to
that?
pull it up so I can tell you which one it is, so you avoid
Okay.
it. Hold on. Hold on. I'll tell you in 1
But the
second.
reason why I really like
You talking about? I think
with the other
what's his name?
guys
Jinx.
is because
Yes, that's the one. That was
she
24,
always
late
let
24. My
Jinx
bad.
rap
Yeah,
98 bars. Like
Yeah.
that's her peak.
yeah.
What I liked about whatever the project was before the joint that she dropped with the other guys, when she dropped it with the other guys, what I appreciated was the engineering.
hmm
Sometimes her engineering bothers me because I just want the levels of because her pen is stupid and I just want them to match. Sometimes the engineering isn't as sharp. I'm not saying it's terrible, right? We're not talking Dat Piff mixtape,
Yeah.
but whatever was right before that, then we got the one with the other guys. My ears were so happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
that
you did
matters.
that one.
That definitely
You did
matters.
that one. Sorry.
did it.
Of course, I agree. I'm
The
sure
other
that they
guys
did
probably
the
did.
engineering. Yeah.
Dope,
So-
dope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to
Which-
head out because my battery's about to die soon. But
All right.
I
Thank
Yo,
appreciate
Ian,
you.
talking with
give
Oh,
y'all.
real quick,
Ian,
Ian,
give
what's
it.
what's your favorite rapper, brother?
My
If you
favorite
had to
rapper,
pick one. Yeah.
still to this day, is Master
Yep.
Ace.
Yo, Master is fire.
Okay.
Respect.
Yo, Ian, tell my sister I said what's up. And
Absolutely.
hopefully I'll be seeing y'all soon. I saw Dan back in March. I was up there for a track meet. And I stopped by his crib and saw him for a minute. Dan's gonna be on part 2, but tell Dan I said what's up. Tell yo, we gotta go to the brewery soon, y'all. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. Y'all were my therapy, man, because I wasn't going out at all for like a whole year after my pops passed, man. I couldn't do nothing, man, But I'm starting to get back out a little bit more now.
That's what's up.
Definitely.
Tell what's up, Wiki. Tell us.
Absolutely.
Tell her she got to be a part of the next. Tell Iz she got to be a part of the next one. We're going to do hip hop. It's just going to be frequent.
About Ghostface, she would have just been
Oh yeah, that's
Iz is the biggest Ghostface fan I know. She is the biggest.
Hey, Ian, before you go, brother, I'm gonna definitely tap in with that interview when it drops, man.
Yeah, I'll send it
Yo,
to
Will,
JP.
send me the link.
And
when
you
get it,
all,
Will.
you all send information. And Will, you got to join the hip hop discussion group. I'm not in there as much as I used to be.
I'm in there, bro. I don't always dive in though, but I'm in there. I'll be seeing some of the discussions.
Dope.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna leave y'all with this because I think 2025 was also a great year for many female artists that are multi-talented, not just MCing. And I'm just gonna name a few. One, I'm gonna start with Santana Fox, which is Prodigy's daughter.
Yeah,
Because she doesn't
Shout out
just
to her. Yeah, she's nice.
produce,
I've been listening to her
she
for
did
the
a
past
lot
couple
more
years
than
now.
that.
yeah.
Nejma Nefertiti is another
A
one.
new one. I don't know who that is.
Imani Nichelle. You gotta check her album out. She's amazing. I mean, there's a lot of multi-talented
That's some homework.
artists out there like that.
Yo,
Thanks,
Ian. Ian,
Yeah.
I gotta tell this quick story about you real quick. And you know what I'm gonna mention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I never get that time. We was up on Staten Island, and Ian out there in the street doing push-ups. At nighttime. He out there doing push-ups at nighttime.
Word.
Oh man, boy. It was
Yo.
crazy that night. But bro,
Yo,
you know I love you, bro.
clean,
For real,
he
man.
clean as a chip. He clean as a chip. I can't even
He
imagine
always
that.
stay clean. Ian always stay clean.
That's crazy.
Hey, Ian, when I go on these dates, man, I go on the next date or so, you know, you gotta put me on to something to wear. I got my eye on but you know what? I better not say that because you know why? You know why I better not say that? Because a girl I work with might send her to this. I'm gonna send her a clip to damn man. You know what? I'm talking too much now. Some girl that work with me. Nah, fuck that. I can't send it to her now.
Hang yourself.
They be in a Rico.
Nah, she ain't getting this now, man. I've said too damn much. I got my eye on somebody at the gig, so you know.
Man.
Yeah,
HR?
all right.
Nah, but she ain't getting this now. Damn, she get part 2.
You eat when you shit, you shit when you eat. Shame on you, bro. Shame
Part
on you.
two.
Part 2.
Hey man, look, I don't do this, man, but she appeals to me for some reason though, man, for real. Anyway, enough of my dating stories anyway. Man, I'm still up here with this shit. I got horrific story.
He don't have no battery left.
You don't want me to talk about this chick from Philly I was dealing with last year, but anyway, nah, we ain't talking about that. Nah,
Listen,
wow.
JP, for the sake of time, we got work and stuff. We gonna
We gotta get back to hip hop, man.
yeah, we back to hip hop. Yeah.
Thanks,
Hip
Rick.
hop,
Hey,
hip
Ian,
hop.
appreciate your time,
Safe
good brother.
travels.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Safe travels, good brother, for real, man.
Be safe, Ian. Be safe, man.
Oh, he stuck.
Yeah, he got the 19.
It might have died on him.
Yo, Jay, you got the mind treatment, Jay.
He probably left. He was still.
Yeah, he gone now. Yo, JJ. He got the Mott one. Remember the moment Mott was speaking before? Remember he was sitting there, fool, what you would go. He got the Mott treat. Okay, favorite MC. Let's go. You know what? Let me lead it off. Right.
Okay,
If we're talking about right now, right this minute, my favorite MC.
Right now, not all time.
Give
All
right
time?
now.
I
and
just said all time.
Give
Okay.
both. Give both.
Okay, Nas is the best. I hate to say it. I've been fighting this for years. I'm like a drug addict. I've been fighting this for years. Nas is the GOAT. Especially after all the Hit Boy stuff. He's still putting out consistent music and everything. Nas is the GOAT. He dropped a dope album this year. Nas is the GOAT.
Thank you.
Right now, my favorite rapper right now is Black Thought. Black Thought kills everything he destroys. I mean, he destroys everything every time he touches the mic. He to me, he had the best verse on the Daylight album. In my opinion, that verse he dropped on there, man, look. Black Thought.
It's a high chance he gonna have the best verse on anything.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It's a shame. I wish my boy, like I said, my boy Heem was on here because he knew Malik. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, of course, to the great Malik B, man. Seriously, man. Always, man. M. Militant. Always.
A lot of years.
Yeah, who's next? Who want to take it next?
You.
Oh, Nas.
Go ahead.
Nas is the GOAT. As far as favorite MC, that'll be difficult, man. I ain't prepared to
like him right now.
Oh, right now?
Mm-hmm.
Now. Nice. I think, a lot of people sleep on this kid named UFO Feeve, yo.
Mm.
And I think UFO Feeve is dope, yo.
Yeah.
I think UFO Feeve is like, to me, he's almost like, I don't be like people to go listen and be like, man, he don't sound like Nas, but like, he's like Nas. Like how he writes is like Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not no gangster or nothing like that. It's nothing, you know what I mean? But it's really real life. Like I like that young kid. And he's like under Fat Joe. He don't mention him too much or whatever, but I like UFO Fev. Especially as far as these youngins. I also like Coda. Nick Grant.
Yeah, I have brought him up.
As far as the ferocious MCs right now,
There's a lot of new MCs, man. Shoot.
Yeah,
it is, man. It's a lot of
God.
youngins, man.
It's a lot of MCs, brother.
The youngins.
yeah,
It
they're
is.
carrying the essence. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's it.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
She got a list for us.
I mean, always. Okay, so so there's two, right? So the best rapper for me, right? The best is Nas. My favorite is Prodigy, right? I always say if I could only pick one album on a stranded island, and that was the only thing I can listen to that would help me get through, and then, it would be like Castaway, and I would have Wilson, and then somebody would find me, and I would find the resilience, I would choose the Infamous over Illmatic.
Same here. Same, hands down.
I'm not mad at that. And it's crazy.
Right?
Illmatic's not even my favorite Nas album.
I'm not saying that the Infamous is a better album. I'm saying that it is my favorite album, right? And I think that there's a difference there, right? You can recognize that someone is lyrically a better MC, but who entertains you more? Who do you resonate with more? And I'm not saying that I don't resonate with Nas at all. I can quote Nas all day, but Prodigy is my favorite rapper. Right?
Always been. Yep, I know. You've always been a Prodigy fan.
Infamous.
And we can get into all of that later because we can talk about Prodigy forever. But like right
P.
now, definitely UFO Fev. He's one of our favorites. We talk about him all the time. He's dope as hell. I like Flea Lord. I like Flea Lord a lot. I discovered a new kid. His name is Chris Patrick. I like his energy. I don't necessarily like every single thing, but I think that he is on his way. Like, I think he'll be more polished, more focused. I just think he's dope. Coast Contra, nigga, they make me happy. With Jamal. Jamal in Coast Contra. He every single time, I just smile every time I see those young kids. They make me excited about the music. And of course, the Nick Grants, the Mick Jenkins, so many young people. And the guy that I've discovered, I've listened to his album today, but I had discovered him a couple of weeks ago. Billy Woods, I like him a lot. I think he's dope.
Billy Woods.
Yeah.
It was.
And Corday.
Corday is nice. I like Corday.
When we was doing Beat Sneaks and Rhymes, we put Lost Boy as our #1 album that year, whatever year that was. I think it was 2019.
Or 20, yeah.
It maybe 2020. Like Corday, he's one of those people. Like, I see Corday, I press play.
His sound has evolved too.
Now, do I like all of it? Maybe not. But I'm always going to play him because I think he's already established himself as a really good MC. So yeah, man. Nas and Prodigy. There it is.
That's always been your 1 and 2. Nas and Prodigy. Nas and Prodigy. All right,
I was born in Queens, but I was raised on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
For 3 seconds.
I was not there for 3 seconds. I also was raised in a house in Laurelton, Queens, 130-226th Street. Thank you. I went to August Martin High School. Thank you very much. See?
August Martin used to have them dope girls basketball teams back in the day.
They was undefeated for 5 years. I didn't make the team, but I did try out.
Yo, but that's 20 East Bridge.
She responded so quick, yo.
And so he gets no more camera time. Okay.
Hold on. Yes, he is. Because I'm gonna tell you something now. At the end of the show, I need the MCs to do a cipher for us at
We're
the
definitely
end
not.
of the show.
I'm off the wine, sir.
Nah, I don't care what you. Well, guess what? You better get that MC and you better get ready. Y'all better get ready at the end. That's the only way to end this show is
I
have
think my
the dope the MCs have a little cipher. Definitely, we gotta end it with that.
is
But huh? What you say?
He ain't get it. Anyway, next person. Who's your favorite MC? Jay, I would like to hear from Mr.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. I'm the one supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're the guest. The co-host supposed to be doing that.
She said,
Just take it
Jay.
over.
If he fighting for his life and then gonna still go to the same person.
For my old show.
You talking about dates and girls at the job? I want to keep us focused.
Oh, hey, you know what? Oh, by the way, with that, Will, you gotta delete that part out, bro. If you can, man.
No, keep that. That's a
You
keeper.
gotta delete that, brother.
That's a keeper. That's a
No,
keeper.
hell no, it ain't
Like
no
3
keeper.
quarters into the episode.
You can't plead the fifth, bro. You can't plead the fifth. You did.
Like you said, just send part 2. Don't send this one.
Yeah, okay. We'll send part 2 when we do. Because yo, Kev, you know Joe be listening. So Joe, yeah, I talked to Joe about it last week anyway, so we good.
Yes, sir.
We good.
Wire on yourself.
All right. Who's that? Let's go with Nick or Jay. Which and then JJ will get to you. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go next.
I was gonna say you go, Jay, because I still don't know. I still trying to choose.
I bet. So my favorite MC is Bandana Peace Prodigy. Ty Prodigy and Nas be real too. So between those two, and my favorites right now are Rome Streets, Ransom,
Yes.
and
I was gonna name them.
and Pusha T.
Ransom is
Yo,
that Ransom album, that one he ever premiered. I love that one. Me and Will was talking about that about a month ago. Yeah.
How do we forget?
How do I
Rome
forget
Streets?
about Rome Streets, yo?
Mm.
Rome just dropped last.
Jay, you just saved the whole show, bro.
2025?
Nobody brought him up until just now.
Did he drop last year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Train spotting. Yeah.
He got something coming out. Yeah. Wait, I think he has something coming out the 10th. I think tomorrow or tonight, something like that too.
Okay.
Yeah, we getting him, and then we gonna get Stove God. It's gonna be a good year.
Rome.
It's about time for Stove God. It's been too long.
That nigga
He
was talking about
just put it. Yeah, he said he wants Ho's help. He's stuck on that baby grand contract.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. We'll listen to the music
he
no
had
matter
dropped
who you
the
on.
album and they snatched it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had
I
played
didn't know
2
that.
tracks on YouTube, and then I went to send him the link, and it was adios.
That's crazy.
It was chosen, and then he was gone.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
All right, Nick, you back on the hook, bro.
Yeah, damn. I can't really choose. Like all time, like I got so many names. Like I could easily go Nas, I could go Hove, Bandana Peace, one of them. Prodigy is so unique to me, just based off of rapping from his perspective. Like I always liked how like he saw things from just a broader perspective. Another rapper too, like I love his catalog and I still listen to his catalog at least a couple times a week. Styles P is still one of my personal favorites.
Styles P, yep.
Styles P is nice, man. Still to this day. I don't know if I could choose between all of them. Like
on the day in the gym.
Like they all mean something to me in some form of fashion. Like Nas probably does have the best pen. Like when you think about like his albums, like to me, I know people always draw towards Illmatic. My personal favorite Nas album was always It Was Written, just based off the storytelling perspective. When you talk about the message, I Gave You Power, like just so many songs like that.
Usually, people like the next generation under us, they always say It Was Written, and I get.
I mean,
I think Illmatic. I think that's one of those albums where, like, you can still love it, but you had to literally be there when it dropped. So, like, so many of us loved It Was Written, but man, the anticipation, finding out who the producers were on that album, there was no time like it than when Illmatic dropped for you to be right there. But it was sonically
Nah, you bring up a great point, and that's what
Yeah,
any
that is a
music
great
like
point.
being outside when it dropped. Like you have a totally different view on it,
Mm-hmm.
and like because that's like not to change the subject, but I got into an argument with some younger people than me, and for them it's like Drake is the pinnacle, and I'm like Drake's peak is not even bigger than 50's to me. So and
Nah.
it's like no, there's no way. I'm like, bro, he had a game, he had a movie, he had this, he had that, like.
Yeah.
Like what else like do you want? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
clothes.
again, being outside when Get Rich or Die Trying drop, it was just a different time.
Right.
So yeah, I always respect that, like the additional, like the ambiance, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. And as far as new artists, like there's so many. Like I could go Gibbs, I could go Ransom. Y'all mentioned Rome Streets. I still listen to Joey Badass a lot.
Yeah.
Joey
That
Badass.
Badass
he
I
had a
forgot
album.
good
about
he
Joey's
had a
Joey,
good
nice.
man.
album,
Joey's
man.
nice.
Badass
His
I be
album.
album
real
was all
like
right for me. A lot of people didn't
you know what
like
I'm
it, but
saying?
it was all
His
right.
album,
It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. It was
his
solid.
album. But the thing about it is that 2000 was so good of an album. Like the way that he had to follow this, like that one up. Like I mean, this new album was good, but
Yeah,
it didn't
2000
come up to part
was,
of me.
but I like this album too. It's almost like I like how he kind of touched like kind of different generations with it, and it still was cohesive.
Yeah, and it didn't feel forced.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's valid. And
yeah.
bro,
I
you know
loved
what
his
pissed me off
performance.
too?
What was that on Jimmy Kimmel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I watched that all the time, man.
Bro, it pissed me off. They announced that tour with him, Soul, and Rhapsody, and canceled
We
it on
had
the the same
I
day.
saw,
Money
bro.
Man.
Rhapsody is another one. That's one of my
Mhm.
favorite MCs today.
Okay.
Fire.
Oh, we should. You know what? Before he rolled out, Ian actually had a picture and talked with Rhapsody last week.
That's right, he
Oh,
did.
word.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
Rhapsody got dropped more for me. I ain't gonna lie. She got dropped more to me.
Right.
yeah. Her last project was dope, man.
It was dope.
Yeah, I dig Rhapsody, man. You know who else I dig too? That people don't give her due. 3D Nat. She's nice too.
Mm-hmm.
I never
Yeah.
heard of her.
Mm-hmm.
She
I
nice
miss when she
too.
used to do like the Mondays when she would do like she would, put out something like every Monday. Like
Yeah,
her pen is dope. Yeah, she's good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She is.
J,
I like the
JJ.
way. I like
Oh,
the way
go
she
ahead,
does her.
JP.
I was gonna say real quick. I like the way she does it. Like she's an independent artist. You could tell she does everything on her own and stuff and everything. She's dope, man. She, you know what I'm saying. She controls her own creativity.
Man, the dog was spitting bars.
Yo, you understand that dog might be famous in a minute.
She's in a house with two MCs. So there's that.
It's only right.
There we
JJ,
go.
go ahead, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Let's see. I was born in 1973, so growing up, my guy was KRS-One growing up.
Okay. The teacher
Now,
respect.
before demise, Big should have been that guy, but he was taken away from us. Big should have been that guy. I love Hove, love Nas. Like them two, I'm like, ugh.
It's always tough.
Now, on the woman's side, I love me some Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill. Oh
Can't go
my
wrong with
God, man.
You stuck in the 90s right now, bro. Let me stop. I'm just joking with you, Jay. I'm
Bro,
just joking
man,
with you.
like that I mean, I love Black Thought, but Lauryn Hill, I love me some Lauryn Hill. Her talent is crazy.
You can't argue against the talent, bro, but she don't want to work.
Bro, she's not focused. She got 6 kids and like 40 grandkids. Like,
Hey, that's a
she's not
choice,
focused,
bro. I get it, but we
Look,
measuring
man,
the
look, I'm
project.
not coming
Hey,
down
bro,
the
we
sister
we
like
never
that,
we
man.
never did another
No,
album.
I ain't
J,
coming down the
JP,
sister.
JP, listen to me, bro.
Uh,
It's not being overly critical. It's just saying
Oh
for
no,
me,
I know, but I'm
like
just saying.
her
she's
work
busy.
in that time is amazing, brother, and I will never slander it. I'm
Yeah,
just
I know
saying
you're
I
not, bro.
wish we had more. That's it.
Yeah.
I wish we had more too.
I
But
do.
life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing.
What I will say is that she said, "I begat this." Flipping in the ghetto on a dirty mattress. You can't match this rapper / actress. More powerful than 2 Cleopatras.
Ew.
That's
Ew.
okay. I'm done.
Ew.
And I'm not saying that should carry her. I definitely am disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed. But when people say that Lauryn Hill is still this for them, I'm never going to argue with that. I'm not. I'm just not.
No, I just hope she hears this and drops something. That's all. I'm trying to.
She might drop. She
Man,
might drop a diss
we
track
never
towards
give
you.
that,
You
man.
never know.
Not in this lifetime.
Hey, listen, Will.
She name dropped you.
I had to let it go. She's not.
Hey, at this point,
Listen, the fact that we had her as a feature on Nas's project with Hit Boy, I'll
Yo,
take
and
it.
That was fire.
she
That was
dropped
very
fire
fire.
on that verse. She dropped
Listen,
fire on that thing.
good, but
Has
it
she dropped a
wasn't-
verse since?
Nah, I haven't heard her on anything
Yeah.
since.
Mm.
Anyway, moving
It's
on.
been a couple summers.
She said, he said, go Simone
Jay,
crazy.
Jay is crazy.
She said,
3
anyway.
decades of summers, you're tripping.
JJ is wild. Oh my God. Simone, you talking about doing a whole show with this dude? Yo. All I'm going to say is this. This is not related to hip hop. I'm going to say it anyway. And Jay knows where I'm going with. This man, one year, we all went to the Texas Relays one year, and it was real hot. And he had the nerve to make a shirt that said the Texas Relays is so hot and had a picture of Penny on there from Good Times when the moms were to spike her with the iron. I was like, OMG.
I appreciate that type of carrying on. I appreciate that.
We took the shirt. We said, yo, Jay, you can't be wearing that shirt out here, bro.
I wasn't allowed to wear the shirt.
Yeah, we told him like, nah, that's just too much. That's just too much, man. Not Penny, man. Not Penny. Oh my God. We have so many. Real quick, I gotta tell this one last story. Will, you never heard this story neither. I was there. Kev wasn't there. I was there. Me and JJ went to in our boy Flight. Hope he's doing good. Me and JJ, we went to Franklin Mills Mall in Philly one time. This is around the holiday season. We were like 21, 22. And we were there getting some clothes and stuff and everything. There was Santa Claus reading a story to a bunch of little kids, about 30 to 40 little kids. This dude had a whistle, went over there and blew his whistle and said, "Oh, kids, by the way, Santa Claus ain't real." I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's
He destroyed the little kids' dreams. I had to walk away. I was like, man, I don't even know you. I couldn't believe he did that.
I've done some shenanigans in my lifetime.
Oh, nah, we ain't going to go into more stories, but that's just enough right there.
I mean, Kev, your car, the hood of the car.
That's the story. The hood of the car. Goodness.
That's what, dog. In my book, that's what made you a legend. I will hold that for the next one, because that's when that happened, and I saw my own two eyes. I was like, yeah, this motherfucker different. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot.
I thought Kevin was leaving. I didn't know he was doing 2 shifts of, all right, I'm gonna take this crew, I'm gonna come out and take y'all. I saw him take off. So I ran after the car, like boom, boom, boom. I was like, go now, go. Now,
oh my God.
And he's driving off.
Nah, my nigga, you don't understand how far you jumped in front of Video Music Box, filming all that shit out there, all Rutgers and shit, and you jumped. I was glad you caught the hood, because damn, your trap skills came into effect on that motherfucker.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That was a lot.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on here real quick. Oh my goodness. Y'all bringing back some.
I've done some shenanigans in the last 53 years.
Females were startled.
Oh my God. Oh my
Females in the
God.
car were very startled.
All right. Come on. We getting off track here now. Hold on. That's my fault. We're getting off track. Hold on. Okay. You know what? Since we're mentioning that, let's go to the best show. Will, that's another thing we can go to. The best shows we ever seen or been to.
Whoa.
We gotta say that, brother. People at work, man. I ain't even get my artist.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, you don't mind real fast. You don't mind seriously. Sorry. LL, everybody already knows. LL, Redman's my dog. Whatever. Mobb Deep's my group. Whatever. New artist, Mel Crosby from Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama.
I have to check them out.
This dude, Mel Crosby, this kid, yo, for real, he's different. And this dude with a Z, exactly. Mel Crosby with a Z. He spits Ain't no that nigga never been in the game like that, nothing like that. This nigga is just really gifted lyrically, and he speaks on his own. As Simone mentioned earlier, like if y'all have Simone, you killed that. Issues with ED and all that shit, whatever. It ain't that deep, but it is. It ain't that deep, but he has fucking anxiety, so on and so forth, and shit that he spits in the way that he spits. Yo, this kid's different. He's really fucking gifted. He's his total tracks, overall track production and everything. Get a chance, check him out. Mel Crosby. That is my favorite personally, as far as new artists. And most new artists I'm not really familiar with. Beyond that, anybody knows, I ain't gonna lie. I got a liking to fucking 38 Special. I like 38 Special.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot to
Yeah,
mention
Special
Special,
fire.
man. That's my guy.
Love 38 Special.
Hell yeah.
Makes me laugh.
Will, go ahead. You want to get yours in?
Yeah, all right. My favorite, man, my GOAT personally is Nas. Jay's close, but what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna just highlight some other artists, man. Like it's not like a ranking or anything. Like I do like Gibbs. I'm a big Conway guy. Somebody else, man, that I'm kind of surprised didn't come up, and he's been super consistent since he hit the scene. Lloyd Banks.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, of
Oh
course.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Banks,
know
Banks,
about
Banks,
that.
one of the
Oh,
best,
No, I
yeah.
man.
know you do. I'm just making sure
Yeah.
you
Banks,
get,
one of the best, man.
you know,
Yeah.
Ransom, you know. So it's a lot more, man. But we'll be here all night, if we all,
Yo,
But
real quick before we give the shout outs and everything, does anybody want to do y'all want to do a quick cipher? Everybody
Yep.
gets maybe
Now,
30 to
Jay,
60
Not
seconds.
doing a
Jay, Jay,
Ah,
Jay, if you don't mind, I want to say this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I want to thank y'all so much for having me on. This panel has been amazing,
Yeah, it was
and
good. It was good.
and y'all have put me on to so many artists that I haven't heard. I can't even lie to you. I'm that nigga that been on some like I've been doing a whole bunch of other DJing type shit, all types of genres and all that shit. So y'all put me onto a lot of new artists that I can't wait to hear that y'all have spoken, you know what I'm saying, so adamantly about. So like thank y'all for that. I can't wait to listen back to this and just enjoy this whole entire segment and check out every fucking artist y'all mentioned. So that's all. That's going to replace my cipher. You know what I'm saying? That right there. Thank
hey,
y'all.
JP, matter of fact, man, let them be prepared if you will. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do something when we do it again, they can. But you
yeah.
know,
Simone and,
Thank,
Da-
thank y'all
and
so much. This was
Simone and Damon, definitely. What y'all got? What y'all got in store? What y'all got in store for us in 2026? Spotless Mind album.
we're working on the EP.
Working on the EP. Podcast is coming back. And that's where we at right now with it.
Yeah.
Well, when
Um,
y'all drop that EP,
I'm always
you
making
know we
beats.
all
You know what I'm saying?
y'all
Let
know
me.
where to
we
y'all know
might have
where
to
to.
start our
You know
own
what
little
I'm saying?
music
All
chat
right.
just off the show.
He's
So
literally
we can
always
share
making
all these
beats.
artists and music.
Anybody
All
need
right.
beats literally
Next.
every day
Oh,
on that MP.
I'm making what y'all like. You know
all
what I'm saying?
right. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Definitely.
Yeah.
Nick,
Thanks a lot, man. This was
Yes,
great.
sir.
definitely.
Plug your
Go
stuff,
ahead,
brother.
brother. Drop your
Oh
shouts.
yeah. Nah, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all for having me on. I mean, of course, JP, you will. Y'all know y'all like family to me. This is probably like my
Oh, yeah. You
20th time
family,
on the
brother.
show at this point, man. But it's dope to meet everybody else, especially like-minded hip hop heads like me. Because even like I was in my outside world, it's kind of hard to really talk hip hop with people because I'll be real, like I breathe and live hip hop at this point. Like, it's my
Mhm.
personality, it's a lifestyle to me, man. So,
Yes.
like this is what I do. So I mean, to be able to, to be able to like have these conversations with like-minded people is dope to see, man. But make sure to follow me on X at Nick Andre ATR. For those who don't know, I cover hoops, cover everything from
Yes,
NBA,
sir.
WNBA, you name it. Check out my podcast, Best MW Show. Shout out to my co-host Jay Low and Wiley, and that's that.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Nick, we gotta get up on basketball real soon,
Now
man.
let's
High
do it.
school hoops, women's hoops, everything. We
I mean,
cover it
hey, we
all
got
here.
we got we got tournament coming up. The
hmm
season's about to wind down. NBA season about to wind down and stuff. You already
We
know what the
skipping
Yeah,
we
we got
skipping
it.
college because Kentucky's ass right now. So
Man, shit, I'm a Georgetown fan. I ain't seen shit in over 20 years. So
yeah, you right, brother. That's
I
worse.
ain't, I ain't seen, as a Georgetown fan, I ain't seen shit since Iverson. So you
Hey,
ain't
kid,
know.
your coach had
Damn, bro,
a
you
dope
skipped
haircut.
you
He
skipped
had a dope
fucking
haircut.
Austin Freeman, Greg Monroe, and all of them, bro. Y'all had some
Yeah,
hard
I know.
It's
I'm
crazy,
just kidding,
man.
but for real though, man, it's hard being a Georgia. And we got to do a mock draft coming up too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yo, bro, real quick,
man.
AJ might have moved to my number one now, bruh.
Nah,
AJ the sponsor might
AJ
have
been
moved to my
doing his
number one.
thing. AJ and Cam to me definitely like two of the top to me right now.
Damn.
Cam Booth
Darren
out of
Peterson coming on too, bruh.
Darren
That's
too.
Kobe,
Darren
young
too.
Kobe coming on too.
Aaron need
Yeah,
to shut it
Kev, I
down
said
for the
young
year,
Kobe,
man.
bruh.
I heard
Go, all
you.
right,
He a little
go ahead,
Fine,
Jay.
I
Go
heard
ahead,
you.
Jay. Drop your shots, brother.
Definitely appreciate y'all for having me on here. Love this hip hop conversation. Definitely want to do it more often. My
Yes.
Twitter is Jane88, aka Relay. Same as my Instagram. YouTube channel Jane88. And that's all, man.
Hey, real quick, you know you got to shout out the crew.
Oh yeah, of course. Shout out Cypher
Ooh.
Click. Got a project coming first quarter. Shout out to Mike Anthony, James Major.
I'm
Got
sorry.
more coming out.
Rap.
Yeah, we got an EP. Yeah, rap. I'm gonna rap
I'm
with
about to
Cypher
say
Click.
They do their thing.
drop y'all's projects, man.
Yeah, listen, we're
So I
gonna
can
have to start
download.
something so we can cross
Same thing.
pollinate all this creativity, man, across the groups.
That was dope.
JJ,
That was dope.
JJ.
All right. Shout out to Warrenboro, New Jersey. Shout out to Rutgers, Camden. Shout out to Livingston campus at Rutgers, New Brunswick. Shout out to Hamilton West High School.
Say hi.
Shout out to the Generations of the Game. Shout out to Edgewater Park, New Jersey. Shout out to Berlin City, New Jersey.
God.
And shout out to everybody on the cipher right here. Had a good time on my limited time tonight because I was at job too. I was at the skating rink burning calories and make sure people didn't break the damn necks. So I'm glad that the link was sent when I got off. So all good and nice to meet everybody. And I will see you guys in the near future. Yes, yes.
Oh, Jay, don't forget our Black History Project. We still working on that, right?
That's a done deal, man. It's a done deal.
I can't wait to drop that one. Ooh, I can't wait. We got some shit in store
Put
for
your
y'all.
seatbelts on, baby. Put your seatbelts on.
We got
Hold
some
up.
history we got some history makers. We gonna get on here in February, definitely.
Put your
And
My
seatbelts
bad.
on.
yo, hey, Will, if you want to drop who you were trying to get tonight for us that we thought we had, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about my boy? Who you talking about?
Yeah, your boy.
Jay Skis?
Yeah,
Is that who you talking about? You talking about
yeah,
Griselda?
Jay
Yeah,
Ski
yeah,
from
my boy Jay
Griselda.
Skis.
Yeah.
Oh snap. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
drummer.
We got to get him on. I don't know if you want me to say that, but we got to get him on.
I'm pushing the issue, trying to get him, to come talk some sports and also some hip hop. So
Yeah,
Jay
exactly.
Skis, Jay Skis,
Yeah.
in all honesty,
that's another
earlier
one.
about the Cool G rap, you know what I'm saying, comparisons. Man, that boy is a modern day Cool G to me personally, like insane. And on top of that, I'm gonna get my joints right now, my personal joints.
Yeah,
Knit Ice, Senor Estes. Just just Google it. Google Knit Ice or Google Senor Estes, and you'll get to hear a lot of beautiful music on there, including the one track from this. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. So yeah, hit a nigga up. That's all.
yes, sir.
I definitely have to listen to that again. I don't even remember what I said, but yeah.
Fire. Nah. Whoa. Woo.
Hey, bro,
Yo,
I'm gonna need
Fire.
you to share that
let me
link. We all need to
let
hear
me
that.
say this. Let me say this real quick. I
Fire.
remember back in the day when Simone was in HHDG, and she was like, "Oh, I could rap." I was sitting there talking about, I don't know, man. Look, everybody say they could rap, but
Listen,
everybody ain't with. Yo,
I
when she
remember the
dropped
first
that
joint I
thing,
dropped. I remember.
I was like,
I remember.
"What in the
It's called Bang
hell?"
Bang.
I was
I
like,
Yo,
still have it on my.
seriously, Jay, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. I was like, are you serious? And when she dropped that, I was like,
The love honestly, the love that I got in HHDG threw a battery in my back because when I dropped that first joint, I hadn't rapped in 10 years. First joint I made after not rapping for 10 years. And so it was, I always credit HHDG getting me back in there. I mean, you know, I've been kind of going through a slump and, you know, had some family and trauma issues and stuff. But you know, I'm getting back into writing and stuff like that, especially this year that we had with the older MCs, man. It's just, you know, you don't lose it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, anyway.
Hey, Simone, real quick, I'm about to tell you. Last year I was up in Harlem last fall, and I was in a bookstore, and I looked out the window. I happened to look out the window. I was like, "Wait a minute, is that Shiny? Your
Did
sister?"
you hear?
Yeah, she was with her boyfriend.
Yeah,
And then
my
when I came out
sister,
the door, I
yeah.
didn't know if that was her or not, because they were way up the street. I feel like calling her name, and then you know what I'm saying, it might not be her. Nobody responds, and I'm like,
Oh
damn,
yeah,
I'm gonna look
she
like a
was in
nut up in Harlem. So I was like,
Harlem.
nah, I
Yeah,
didn't, but it was her though.
it was her. Yeah.
She saw
Yeah,
you in Harlem like the ODB, the old dusty bastard.
Listen, me and my
nigga,
sister.
I know
Like,
you ain't talking, old boulder head. I know you ain't talking.
all right, okay.
Real quick, who still got to plug their stuff? I guess JP is just you. Yeah.
Love you,
Man,
boy.
yeah, love you too, bro. You know how we do. Oh man,
Indeed.
first off, yo, let me tell you, man, my battery about to run out too. Damn, I ain't know it's down to 15%. But anyway,
JP gonna read like this. He could be like,
you know what, JJ? You know what?
Instinct.
Oh man. Yo, Jay, yo, Kev, we gotta talk off air about this dude what he was talking about the other night, man. I was
No
like,
doubt.
oh my God.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, we do.
Goodness gracious with him. Yo, first off, shout outs, of course, to Simone and Damon for coming on, man. It's been ages since I seen you all.
Yeah,
Shout outs to
wow.
y'all.
Thanks
Of course, shout outs to my boy Nick. Shout outs to Jay, new homie here with us. Shout outs to JJ, of course. Shout outs to my co-pilot here, Will, and of course, my bro, Senior Estes, man. Like I said, one of my best friends,
Oh,
man.
shout
What-
out, Mr. Hip Hop and Media too. Wiki
Oh,
Ian.
damn, man. See, my mind, I be losing it nowadays. I can't remember for shit nowadays. Of course, my brother Wiki Ian, man, like I said, man, he could find an MC anywhere, even in Montana, he could find an MC. He should have been an A&R. He should be an A&R for somebody.
He could still do it now.
He could still do it.
Yeah.
He can still do it. Of course, shouts to the HHDG crew too. I got to shout you all. Look, we're going to get some of y'all on here too. I know people be like, oh, we're going to get you all on. We got a couple. It's like the only hip hop.
I forgot one. I
What's
forgot
up?
an important shout out.
Who?
Shout out to the defunct Burlington County College, because without Burlington County College, I want to met JP. I want to met Cook.
You ain't lying on that, dog.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I was telling the story
Indeed.
earlier about how I met you with the Dre Day video from Dr. Dre. You were jumping me down the sofa like a monkey. I was telling him about that.
Yeah, you missed that double. He sure as hell did. He said, yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, man, my brother, yo, I don't think I ever had any more good times with these two dudes right here. Like, I wouldn't trade our experiences, our wild times, what we did when we were younger and stuff with anybody, bro. Like, if I had to do it all over again, it'd be with you two dudes forever, man. For real, we did a lot of wild shit back in the day.
And Kev, I want publicly apologize for putting that hole in the wall when we was helping you move from Philly to Mount Laurel.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I was so hot.
Will,
I was so
shout out,
hot.
bro. We'll sit up here. We'll sit up here,
That's
Steven.
crazy. That was crazy. On everybody, that was crazy because I wanted the fucking keto Koloff.
All right.
The fuck out of him on that. Okay, but yeah.
All right. This I gotta rate it in. All right.
Appreciate you, dog. Because I want to kill you on that. Crazy.
Oh my God.
It was a big hole too. Big one.
All right. Enough of the big holes in the wall. Oh my God.
All right. Chill.
Okay. All right. We'll be up here all night. All right, Will, keep your shout outs, good brother. Oh my goodness.
That is real fucking spit. That's real spit. Go
ahead, Will. Go ahead.
All right, man. Of course, shout out my co-host JP. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the regulars, you know what I'm saying? JJ, my boy Nick. Shout out to the new family we gained today, talking about this beautiful thing we call hip hop. Shout out to the art form itself, you know what I mean? Because it's here. It's been here and it's gonna be here, long beyond all of us, because it's just that dope, And I'm definitely, I feel like I've known y'all, and we just met. So I'm definitely look forward to continuing to curate these relationships and hear, you guys' art now, and just keep it going.
Oh,
Hey,
real quick,
Will.
I got
Hey,
one.
hey,
I got
hey,
one more
Will,
shout out to give. One more
if you don't
important shout out to.
if you don't mind, real fast. Hey, Will, thank you for everything, dog. Because I remember at one point in time, I'm gonna give you the buck, where JP was questioning about continuing his quest as far as delivering this type of media, podcasting across the board, as far as music and especially sports went. And somehow he linked with you and man, and it's fucking continued to this point right now. Dog,
Well,
I've enjoyed listening to y'all content. I'm very thankful for being on this joint tonight. You know what I'm saying? And Will, for real, man, I'll give you your flowers right now, my nigga, because I don't know what tomorrow is. So thank y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, this was dope.
well,
Man. This was
go
dope.
ahead, Simone.
No. Just this was
I was
dope.
going to say this last thing, and,
Time.
and Will knows I'm about to say. The reason why we're here is because of our boy Sammy, man. Sammy J. I don't Simone. I don't know if you know the backstory about Sammy. Sammy was somebody that I grew up, but actually I didn't grow up with him. Like Will's 20 years younger than me. Sammy is 20 years younger than me. His grandmom and my mom were like almost like real good best friends. So
Okay.
when Sammy was born, he would come over here and stuff. That's why I to play video games and everything. Sammy died at 32 years old 3 years ago, and he just got his doctorate degree 3 weeks before he
Oh,
passed away. Yeah, 32 years old. That's like our little big brother.
right.
About my little big brother. He was Will's age. He always told me, like, Jay, you gotta meet Will, man. You gotta meet Will. So I met him at the funeral. Me and Will talked at his funeral.
Oh,
And
bless.
that's the reason why we you know what I'm saying, we do this show. And also another
Brought y'all
person I always
together.
gotta bring in is my pops too. My pops didn't really listen to my podcast any day. I'm gonna keep it a buck, But he always told me, he said, you should have been something in the sports thing or something like that there. And he kind of made me feel bad. So, we always dedicate our shows to two people, Sammy and my pops, man. Those
Yeah.
those are my two peoples right there, forever, And this show is a therapy for me too, with my dad and stuff. So this is therapy,
Yeah. And
so
it's I know, I lost my mom.
yeah,
I
yeah,
had two mothers. I had one that raised me and one that birthed me, and I lost both of them.
yeah.
Burying one parent is terrible. Burying two is unimaginable.
I know. I
And
know.
so, just the ancestors carry us, right? I
Hmm.
always say, white people have forefathers, black people have ancestors, right?
Hmm.
And
Mm,
Hmm.
okay.
so shouts out to, you said Sammy, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shouts
Hmm.
out to Sammy and shouts out to, Mr. Pope and all of our ancestors for bringing us together. This was a fantastic, beautiful experience. I'm glad you reached out to me, JP.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. It was really good talking to you guys, and hopefully, you guys invite me back, and
Come on. Hey,
we'll do it again.
you
Listen,
just
Now
mentioned the word.
you don't have a choice, sister. You got to come back.
I
now
gotta check
listen,
out the music too,
sports
Simone.
wise, I don't do anything, but baseball is my jam.
Well,
So
we
if y'all
we
be
don't
on
do too much
baseball,
She
baseball. We
said baseball
don't.
by
it's
J-
my
We can give you the baseball minute. You know
this
what I
is new.
mean?
This is New York.
The
This is
baseball
old
minute.
school
baseball,
New
Yeah,
baby.
York.
you,
This is old school New York. This is before the Metro card. This is when the token still had a hole in the middle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've been a Mets fan, unfortunately, since '84. Everybody's like, well,
That's crazy.
but they didn't win the championship till '86. That's how long I've been a Mets fan. I was in the trenches with them for 2 years. You feel me? So if you want to talk sports, we can talk boxing because my mother loved boxing. Rest in peace to my mother. She used to box. Used to beat niggas on the regular, just outside, and baseball.
Look at
So
Jay.
this was a fantastic experience, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
And real talk, the Mets should have won in '88, but they blew it with the Dodgers.
Listen,
Y'all
stop.
had that.
I know. Just you know how people be like, it's hard to be a Knicks fan. It's hard. It's harder to be a Mets fan.
New York Knicks.
yo, that's true.
Yo, Simone, hold
On
up,
that
hold
note,
up, hold up, Simone, hold up. Remember, you were a big Sham God fan too.
Yes, I put him in my rap.
Yep, I remember that.
Wow.
But you
What?
also, but hold on, one
That's
last
dope.
quick thing. You also cursed RG3. Remember that time you had that showdown in DC, and you mentioned
And they was
your
mad.
career be over like RG3. You mentioned that.
You lost. And they was like,
Damn.
yeah, you can't be saying that here. You can't be saying that here. And I was like, he lost. I didn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you want me outside? Nigga, we outside. Let's go out. Anyway, thank you, Will. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Simone,
yeah.
forever in the day, exit 5 certified. Simone all day. That's my girl.
Oh, by the way, real quick, y'all, Miami's in the final, so they booked their trip. The U is back.
Yeah, Carson Beck ran in. He ran in with 11 seconds left.
yeah, I was gonna say
Oh
I looked
wow, I didn't even
down and
see
they was
that.
losing. I looked back up
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I was
they
tuning in with
fucking
that, yeah.
interviewing their coach.
That's
Man,
crazy.
Yeah, but Will, I know you got to go to bed, bro.
We old. Good night.
Wait a minute. You talking about you old? Look, I'm the one still staying up at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. I only get 5 hours, 6 hours sleep.
that's a choice, brother. That is wild.
No, I'll be at
Hey,
work. Yo, I'll be at work dozing
prioritize
off,
that
bro.
sleep, man. Prioritize that sleep.
That
I
is
know.
wild.
I'll be at work
Shit.
dozing off.
I'm about
I'm the
to
type
pour
of
me. I'm about to pour me another. I'm about to pour me another drink.
Prioritize
Bro,
sleep.
about to record a song after this. He said he nice with it right now.
I'm the type of person, man,
Yes, sir.
that would go to Crown Fried Chicken right now and give me some chicken, then go to sleep an hour later. Seriously.
Don't stop
Bro,
doing that.
that's the
JP.
most
Stop.
nigga
I know.
Stop.
He said the most niggas.
Anyway,
He said I use Crown Fry to put me to sleep.
Crown
On that
Fried
note,
Chicken.
man, we
and going to
appreciate
sleep,
all of
you're gonna
y'all,
have
man.
too many health problems. Please
I
stop.
know. I already got health problems. I already got health
So
Gotta
problems.
let's
prevent that
stop.
shit, man.
Let's
I
We
know.
stop.
trying to live
I'm
bold.
starting to get better though.
Okay,
DJ
amen.
Yeah,
California, another one.
Get to the gym, y'all. Get to the gym. I'm going to
Facts.
the gym in the
definitely,
morning.
Indeed.
definitely.
All right.
All right, y'all. Oh, you
Much
got this
love.
vodka bottle. Oh God.
Okay.
I'll be Gucci.
I poured my drink one time and it's over.
All
I'm
right,
going
JP, hit the official wrap up, bro, and I'm gonna hit the button, then you can still talk to whoever.
All right. Now I was
I'm
gonna
out.
say
Going to
that's
bed.
it.
Good night.
Yeah.
All right. Good night. See
Yo,
y'all.
love y'all. Y'all be
Peace.
safe.
Much love, man.